gets it.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, it's been gosh, it's like I
Big
said,
shout
it's
out to
been
Will.
the sickness out here. We don't love it. I want to get rid of it, eradicate it.
Yeah. And the other thing that I mentioned was just like in the big picture of things, once again, 3 big down days, 2 big up days. Like, you know, it's not technically an inside day, but like an inside day would have even made more sense here to me. Um, 3 big down days, 2 big recovery days. You're kind of right in the middle. Let's see what the retracement even looks like here. I think we're right in the middle. Yeah, look at that. So 310, this 310 on NDX, right where we opened, 377 or so on NQ. No, it's a little bit higher than that. Yeah, basically 380s, 390s on NQ is basically this this halfback of the range that we made down. You're just smack in the middle. So all you did was fall hard, work your way back to the middle.
I mean, we literally just the 9 period on NQ is right here at 361, and that's just right where we're stuck at. Right here.
Oh, somehow or another, I've managed to make money today. Mostly last night. Dude, I got so lucky last night. I just hit a long on the futures as I was like, I hit a little scalp here. I was awake, obviously, with the baby and stuff. And like Taiwan Semi just like comes out with this candle out of nowhere. We just rip 60 points and I get.
Oh my gosh.
Sometimes you just get blessed.
Bro, Amp, look at this. Freaking right before let me throw this up. There it is. Look at this. Look at how close I got.
Hold on.
Because okay. So here I can try and make it bigger too.
I got it. I had to get my thing off the screen so I could see it. What was your take profit?
This. So my take profit was at 456.50. I wanted to target the London high and previous New York session high. That was the target. But the problem is my entry was here, and I need at least a 1-to-1. I need a positive risk to reward ratio, and so I got break even. I at least went break even at this high. That was the intraday morning high. So I knew if we swept that, I didn't want to be in it anymore.
So
if we were going to sweep that to the downside, which is what we did, we just swept all those highs and then I hit break even.
So you were looking for what? You're looking for 456 and we stopped at what? 450, 448 or something like that? 446?
447.
Yeah. So my question in because I trade differently, so my question would be like, I know you want that 1-to-1 risk reward, but if you look left on that, would you not say, hey, I've 430, 420, 430, like I need to trim. I know you don't trim, but like either trim or like
I went break even.
Maybe
my trim is break even. That's my trim.
But why wouldn't and I'm just trying to understand your system. Like, why wouldn't you say, let me either trim here or maybe lower my profit target, even though it's not a 1-1 anymore? I mean, you could lower it down to be like a 0.8, and you would have had a pretty banger trade. I'm just asking. I mean, I don't know if that's like against the rules or if that like messes with your other statistics.
I mean, there's always going to be times where you can discretionarily decide that, right? Of course. But I just know majority of the time, like I'm going to get what I want, just based off of me doing this over and over. Statistically, me trading, I have it in my P&L. Like I'm going to get what I want majority of the time. So,
is this your dad?
Yeah, he's checking in.
Is it really? No way. Let's go.
Yeah. He's short.
Long story short,
I think 440 or something. I think he is.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, Jordan. I just looked down.
No, you're good. Long story short, though, I protect myself by going break even, and because I know majority of the time I'm going to get what I want. This time, obviously, you can make a discretion decision on, hey, we just took out those highs, and I knew that we just took out those highs. I could have said, I'm not just going to go break even. I'm going to take those profits even at a negative R. But I don't like to personally do that because that's not what my plan says to do, right? And I know my plan is going to work. and sometimes you're going to get caught in these times. But at least no matter what, I get a break even stop, right? At least I'm not taking another L. So that's really the thought process. Is I mean, a 1-to-1 is not a crazy hard risk to reward ratio to get, and so statistically, if I want to, again, because once in a while is okay, Emp. Like, you know, if I did this just
Right.
here, sure, once in a while is okay. But for the most part, like I never want to get in a like snowball effect of me taking negative risk to reward ratios. Because what happens, right? You end up taking a negative risk to reward ratio, but risking a more amount, and then you end up taking a loss, you know, and that loss is way bigger than all the profits you've been making in the past few days. Right. So that's the whole thing there. I don't want to skew my R. Really, I just don't want to skew my risk to reward. So that's all it is. I
Tommy's
go
been
break
long
even to
since-
keep myself safe.
Tommy's been long since like 8 p.m. market time last night.
Mhm.
His automation
Savage.
crashed.
Savage.
But yeah, no, I was just curious because like I know like you're so based around the risk reward and no trend, like full part, like
Oh yeah.
order flow is going to take me to where the market should go. Like
And that's
X
where,
percent of
in
the
this
time,
case, I'm
you
kind of
just
just hoping
crash.
that gets hit because I don't have like those highs getting swept, those highs getting hit. That was like my target. So I'm
Yeah.
basically sitting
But-
there just going break even and saying I'm hoping. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
Which
my
is
I
fine in
guess
that
my
scenario.
question was more around like so like you had to do a 1-1 risk reward, but you got a poor entry. Like if you would have had a little bit better entry, you would have hit full TP and cashed. But
Yep.
you're not
My
going to
first
judge just
entry
because you
would've
took a
done
bad entry, just because you took like or I don't want to call it bad entry, but just not
just a
an
higher one.
ideal entry.
Yeah.
Based on the price action alone, because like I feel like you could have gone because you wouldn't have changed your risk on the bottom side. I'm because I really want to learn more on your system here. Because if I look at this and I say like, okay, if you did a 1-1, but like let's say if you lowered your target to like yesterday's highs, basically 430. If you lowered your target to there, you would have had to raise your risk up to like London low, but you don't want to
Yeah.
raise your risk because you're going
Which
off of
could have
that
worked.
15-minute
That
order
would've-
flow.
That would have worked, right? But I know just like the inversions that I'm playing, I always need to risk the bottom of that last up close candle that actually started it, right? And so that's why this here.
I might try to
risking all
take
the
a
way to the
trade here
bottom of
against like 330. I think 330. I might try to long this if we wick into here. There's a trend line right here on the shorter term from this morning. I might try to just scalp it. Let me see, unless we drill through it.
I think we're about to flush.
Whoa.
I think if it
Just
flushes, you buy it right back to this box.
I just covered some.
Statistically. They're going to try to make me trade today.
I know. It's got a little aggressive
Told
up here.
myself I wasn't going to.
So SPY and SPX broke that trend line. Q's is hitting it right now.
You just know like there's so many statistics to keep trading it back to here. But
We
the
would-
further it gets away from that box, the better your risk reward is to trade back to it.
Right. Let's see if this holds. If we can scalp it up, maybe back to like 40.
I mean, Nvidia's still hanging in. Microsoft got really weak.
There we
Tesla's at the highs. I think Apple was drilling. Let's see. Hood's rolling over. Oh, everything. A bunch of things rolling over. Meta's still okay. Oh, Amazon's selling hard.
Look at your 10-minute chart across anything. SPY, Qs, IWM. Tell me what you just saw happen. Anybody know what that candlestick pattern is? Where 9 times out of 10?
Bing Bong.
Evening Star.
Yeah, it's called an evening star, rejecting those previous highs from earlier. We didn't even get back
Well-
up. The SPY, previous day high rejection, evening star 10
I
minutes.
forgot it was Jordan's screen. I was over here trying to show the exact thing
Yeah.
that you were
Oh,
talking
here.
about before you even
Here you
said it.
Duh.
I was like highlighting the candles because I knew where you were going.
Now the best one, IWM, RTY, high of day, 10-minute chart.
So like as you were saying that, I was like, right here.
Yep.
This, and this.
I should have went short
IWM,
RCY instead. Yeah, high of day. Right at high of
minute
day.
chart right there. And once you broke this, boom. Now you're coming back. Your target's previous session high right there.
Now you're about to back test previous day high now on IWM and RTY. That short playing out.
This is the bottom of the range in ES as well. Yesterday's high.
It slapped it pretty good.
Yeah, I chased it. I chased
got
it in the 50s, and I just covered down in the 20s.
There's your bell curve.
I should have hit RTY instead. Still going.
The thing I don't like is this halfback rejection on IndieX. That would take you back down to here at some point. But statistically, it should not happen today.
Dude, you see,
But
Bank
if
of
something happens
America?
80% of the time, there's still the 20%. I saw all the banks get wrecked.
Dude, Bank of
Yeah,
America's
they
still
were getting
dying.
wrecked.
A lot of them bounced
No.
and are kind of chilling. BAC is still going lower.
Have you looked at
Schwab, that's what started
old
it.
Chucky? You saw old
Yeah.
Chucky Schwab?
Old Chuck.
Old Chuck.
The old Chucky.
Bobby's up
Goldman
93%.
Sachs. They're hanging in there.
Ooh,
Wells
right at the
Fargo.
bottom of this range.
Good God, look at Wells Fargo.
This could get a little dicey on
If it
SPX.
gets dicey, then I buy it.
We break below like 60
Trump
here
says
in
he might
SPX.
send a second carrier to Middle East
Oh, here we go.
if talks fail. That's from Axios.
Oh boy.
With the Plakia.
Thinking SPX. If we do break below 60 here, it's going to get thin and it's going to get fast.
Your banks are just
Rugged.
getting crushed right now.
I got to stop at break even right now, but
Why is
I'm
that
hoping we
too?
continue to go.
Here we go. They're about to crush this thing, I think.
Oh, there's 300. Boom, boom. 50 points.
Let's go. Oh, I took them off earlier. I bought some 50 puts just as some flyers for like $2. And I was like, they're not going anywhere. Should have left them.
There's 69.60 on SPX. If you want to look for a little bounce for a long play, it is right there. If that breaks, then it's going to get ugly in the back half of the session.
Yeah, it's going to be fast because there ain't a lot in there. You're going to 36 probably.
They really want me to buy this, don't they, these jerks? Not yet. I wish it would just fall hard to like 250 to 220, and then I just buy it right back up here.
Yep, 240. You got a trend line there too at like 240. Slappy.
Let's see. 5-minute squeeze fire downside playing out. 10-minute still forming. It's bearish.
Oh, Trump said either we reach a deal or we're going to have to do something very tough.
Oh, Jesus.
That's not I don't think that's what the market was looking for.
This is the old where's the meme of George Bush making the funny face?
What are we going to attack Iran and have negative 80,000 jobs? That's going to be great for the weekend.
There's your long.
Yeah,
Right back to the middle.
Right off the that low, 305.
69.60 SPX still holding.
I did buy some puts for Friday just in case. In case tomorrow gets dicey with this jobs number. Never know. Let's go. Let's go.
Hold on.
And they bought it right back up.
Hot hand.
Dang. IWM. Wow. Freaking short that one.
Yeah, War. Okay, so the clarifying point on this: War has never been bearish for the market. The you buy the dip on the scare of war, if that makes sense. Like, what's the old Wall Street adage is you buy the bombs. Jordy just said his power went out.
Okay.
Man, they were just talking about that earlier. Holy RTY.
Yeah, that one's creating like. Look at its KRE is very weak today.
Yeah, these banks getting smacked up a little bit.
Banks across the board, that AI stuff.
I think INTC is a continued short.
Yeah, look at XLF almost breaking that. You almost have a maybe hourly bear flag, and it's breaking down that lower trend line. Very close.
KC's over here short in America.
Well, 4-hour trend line just broke.
Yeah, no, it's I see it.
Not for a long time, just down to $45 maybe.
Tesla pretty much hit full target on that last little pump.
All right, I have an idea. Okay, here's our idea. We need to create 2 Wolf ETFs. Okay, the first one is going to be a short ETF called RUGG, RUGG. That's the first one. And then we need a second one for the upside. Come up with some names.
Have any of you looked at Honey, Are You Doing Well chart?
Dude, Honeywell's incredible.
Dude, this thing is insane.
Oh, I was gonna say we could do pump.
This is
PUMP
the stupid breakout I tried to
Yeah,
play
pump.
like 3 different times too, and it finally happened. And Honeywell's splitting off another portion of their business in June, I think. Home Depot looks decent. The Homeless Depot, that actually looks really good.
Yeah, I was talking about that one in Lowe's earlier. Lowe's made new 52-week highs this morning.
Yeah, they
I'm
were
not
talking
sure
about Lowe's in the chat. It was.
Yeah, I'm not
it
sure
was
if it's
doing
still
really well.
going.
No, it is.
but-
It's at the highs.
Nice.
That's a beautiful chart. John Deere just keeps screaming higher because nothing, and I mean nothing, runs like a deer.
Nothing runs like a
Catap-
deer.
Here we
Caterpillar, new all-time high.
go. There we
Uh-oh.
go, baby. 300 break.
You going to buy 251?
Damn.
251.
son.
What is the pivot point?
I'm running out of
248.
trims. Look at RTY. Holy shit.
It just
Full-blown crash.
IWM. Holy shit. Evening stars, baby. Learn them.
Fed's Logan making a lot of comments right now in his speech. Lori Logan.
Short-term
It's
politics.
almost
not
60
part of-
points right there on that short.
This is probably where you buy this thing.
Yeah.
You think you would get? I
Just
want to see us
covered.
get to 250.
You-
It's that low of the morning. 251.25.
think we can get a little bouncy right here on SPY. This is the same low. I longed this one this morning, the 940, 945 candle low. If we're lucky, it bounces here, goes back up. SPY will reject the underside of that trend line and around that previous candle high. I'll short it again. See if you come back down, break these equal lows, sell a little bit lower, but that's in a perfect world. Essentially, SPX would need to reclaim 60 here, go back to 65, 67, short it back down to 60, and then we could sell down potentially to the 40s, so like 45.
Getting spicier.
Look at these candles on iDoge.
Oh boy, here we go. I definitely took some more puts in the next week. Microsoft giving up some ground now, $10 off the high.
Come on, bounce it here and reshort.
Daly's really looking like a halfback rejection.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, bounce it.
And the 21.
And the trend line. I mean,
yeah, a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. Backside of
the-
that trend line on Qs.
Look at your
NDX.
daily candle on Bank of America right now. And look at the setup, the daily candlestick setup on
They're all
BAC.
bad.
That's wild.
Look
There's
at
the 9
right
right there though.
100% on BAC. Nice job, Bobby. Let's go.
I mean, we literally tagged the 21 is sitting on the broken trend line on the Qs, right at the highs of what do we hit? 617, and then 21 is 617.25. Back of the trend line there, everything. If you draw a trend line from Friday, November 21st low through Tuesday, January 26th on the daily, it literally tagged the trend line today.
Come on, bounce this thing.
From that, no, the one lower to your lower left of your screen.
That one.
Dang. There you go. You broke down from there.
Yeah, because this was the one that we were watching and we said, okay, these two held, and then once it broke through and it opened up and rejected at the high here.
Yep.
Right here. And then now you're coming right back to it.
Oh, come on. That couldn't have been it.
Invalid symbol, of course. Here we go. TradingView's been having some weird issues lately.
I need a real nice flush for the old Vest account here. Clear it.
New low of day.
We get down here and like sweep these lows, I'll probably
Like in the 250s? 251 is what I got on my
I'm
chart.
thinking about just selling put spread or on SPX.
Ooh. 0 days?
Yeah, I would just sell put spreads on a push down.
If you can sell close to 69.20s.
Yeah, I mean, if it flushes
Yeah.
one time hard here, you should get a pop on all those premiums and you can just sell them. Just playing the statistics of it all.
Yeah, now you're starting to break below some key structure here. You lose this
volumes.
56 area. If you lose this, you're going to start to 36 is going to be your next level, and it's probably going to happen relatively quickly.
42 and 34 on SPX. Those are, I think,
But
two big spots downside.
If this thing will just fall apart to 225 on NQ, I'll actually trade it. That's where your orders are sitting right now.
I think this next 30-minute candle on IWM is going to be disgusting.
Too early to buy it right now.
Yes.
I'm trying to full port M2K shorts.
M2K is getting rugged.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. Yeah, it's not looking
God. Just went back red. Just barely went red on the day. Everything. The whole market's selling. But this is like headline selling. So like it probably, people get their hedges in and then it probably snaps back.
Oh.
But that
Oh.
these candles on the daily aren't going to be looking so spicy.
Hughes, love day.
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
It probably puts a doji in.
Yep.
So like it would
And it
have
makes
an upper
sense.
wick
I mean,
and a
this
bottom wick.
even
That's
take
80
the head.
points.
I'm gonna try. Let me see this.
As the cover area right here. Getting closer to the 60s.
Or 69, 65 calls right now.
I might ladder somewhere on this 250 low if we bang into it. 251.25.
69, 65 calls, 3.4 filled.
See if they send it back up now. Come on, give us a good bounce.
It's easier to set my risk on calls on this expansion here.
Yep.
There, I got them at 3.4. You guys can see this, right?
Yeah. Vanquish. I added to some more shorts on Carvana at 416 today. It's 399.
CVNA. Look at Lowe's. Yeah, go.
Lowe's on fire today.
Home Depot is about to set off my alert. Covered these two on Sunday. Target upside, 391.50 on HD. It's at 391.30. I'm taking this alert off the chart. Insane move. Beautiful daily chart. If it gets the break and base over that 392 area, the weekly will continue.
Dude, that bounce on Oracle was crazy. It was 132. It's 160. Rugged. Come on. What do we want? Lower prices. When do we want them?
Now,
In a little bit.
Before market close. Dude, I feel so bad for Bank of America right now. I'm not even.
They might be closing. Holy wow, that thing is getting crushed.
Look at JPM. I was late. I didn't even see.
Check out the
Bargo's down 4.5%.
I just saw what happened with Schwab, and I started looking at the banks, and I was like, I can't chase this, but damn, I love trading the banks, and that was a hell of a move.
Yeah,
I think your worst one is BAC, JPM, and then WFC.
Yeah, and look at the regional banks, obviously, which is a big piece of the Russell, down 1.2%.
What's your strongest sector today? Home builders, of course.
Yeah, home builders and real estate and utilities. I posted that. I posted that chart on Sunday in the Discord. I said, everybody check out this utilities. If we break over the that trend line, it's going to get aggressive to the upside, and we got a nice move in the.
I still have that trend line and everything marked on
I'm trimming.
XLU.
Yep.
And
Oh my
that
God,
thing is cruising.
I clicked the wrong button. Oh no.
Dude,
What the
I
hell?
was in
Now you're buying them.
I've tried.
Go
I'm trying to
close. Just do close single order to reverse it.
There we go. I clicking the
Click
wrong
on it,
button
do
and make too much
close.
freaking money
If you
again.
do close a single order, it'll put you on the right position to do it.
There we go. I'm back down to 3.
I meant to cover. I had 10 contracts order earlier on trade. I meant to cover 2, and I actually added more into the trade.
Sometimes that can help you.
I think it did a little bit, because then it went a little bit more in my direction. Then I just sold 4. What in XLU is performing well?
Hopefully, my pick of the week, which is NEE, Nextera Energy.
I had that for
Ooh,
upside.
look at that stick candle up 2.5%.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
That's my one of my stock picks for the week. That and hoodie reverse. We have earnings tonight.
NEE
Did you see,
was a weekly cup and handle breakout.
I own NE long term. It's one of my favorite.
Here, Will, let me
Paper Games actually talked me out of selling. Like it was when it was doing this. No, hold on. When it was doing this back here, he talked me out of selling it back in 2023 when I was like first like meeting him. I was like, dude, because I did some real estate stuff for this company, like a huge project that they did back in my hometown. And I was buying in the 70s and I saw it just like cratering and I was like, this is probably a bad investment.
Yeah, look at that thing on the weekly. That thing looks so good. Big cup and handle break.
You see that chart I just tagged you in the Discord?
Yeah. That looks good. Really good.
Yeah, it's in the target zone now. That one was beautiful. What else is looking good?
You think we sell this 9 back on the 5-minute? I think you do. 318.
I want to see it pop back up higher, and I'm gonna freaking slam it short.
Oh, what? That's not what I want. I said limit order.
I think I probably just need to close the rest of these calls here.
No. Limit.
I got all sideways trying to trim and started adding.
Said SO, Southern Company. Yeah. I was having a good day.
Oh, I'm not risking that much. I'm up $500.
Southern Company.
Little Southern Comfort.
Yeehaw.
There we go.
The other one I had was DUK with NEE. Dip down to the 21 on the daily, ripping back up. Weekly chart, still trying. So I wasn't taking that high, but
power went out.
It's all right.
But hey, we got a new monitor. Just set it up.
I saw that on your picture this
Hey.
I'm about to get my PC all set up to it.
Scan out to the 10 to the 15. Take a quick look.
Yeah, I see the hammer on the 10.
You're right.
15, yeah. And the 5 looks okay for now.
We need SPX to get above 960.
Yeah, I took 965, so I just think it's going to get back close to it. It's still kind of early in the day. I kept clicking plus instead of minus down here. You know, it was like all of a sudden I was at 9 of these stupid things instead of 4.
Come on, pop it back up.
Yeah, I want to short the 9.
You should get a pot. You should. I don't even think it's a short. Just personally, I think that was just a reaction to the headline on a slow price
They
action
just
day.
buy it back up.
Yeah, I mean statistically that's what should happen, and then put the context of we were just grindy, kind of monotonous price action. You get a headline, it just starts selling pretty hard, and it works its way right back up. I don't know. I did the calls because like on the futures, it's just not a decent enough risk reward for me to risk that way. So
Yep.
pretty set risk on calls here. A lot of time left today too. Still what I consider the lunch 2 hours.
Ooh, the arm puts off 130.50 today, playing out.
Coal. White House says something with coal is going to happen. What is
A coal
BTU?
event to be held. Yeah.
BTU probably gets a big pop on that, right? Peabody, I think that's the coal stock. Yeah, like as soon as that headline hit. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, IWM's getting smoked. All right, flat and
Yeah.
all, no profit. Break even.
SPX is back tested 69.60 and they slammed it. That was all they wanted to give.
I'm gonna keep this thing loaded here though.
My 15 and 30 minute still says we go lower, but I need it to pop up before I try short again.
You get this like
Yeah, they just
950 whole number on SPX right here.
killing the
not
small
gonna.
caps. Look
There's
at these.
no-
Look at the
it's-
KRE. They're just
Yeah,
crushing the.
It's not
regionals.
going to do it. That 30-minute candle in IWM for downside, there's 12 minutes left. It's already starting to
Yeah, banks, financials looking not good
go.
at all.
About to hammer this again, I think.
And yeah, credit's starting to fade a little bit as well. Junk bonds, HYG got a nice topping tail on the daily for me. But utilities and real estate aren't going to take you high, and materials are your leaders. That ain't going to be that ain't going to help the indexes.
Yeah, you're hourly on SPX. It's screaming 40s are coming. And that 4-hour looks disgusting.
Yeah. Well, right into resistance. hope they just knife this and perfect.
If they would knife it, it would be great for.
Yeah.
It'd be great to try to, pick that knife.
Mm-hmm.
The news. So like, banks have been killed all day on some other stuff, but you have Levitt speaking right now. Trump told Axios and that channel, whatever, in Israel, that he was going to move another carrier if the talks didn't go well in Iran, and then he'd have to do something
Tough.
that he wouldn't like. Yeah, something tough. I guess that was the.
Yeah.
Like if NQ sees anything in the 220s, I'm going to try to play the long, especially if it sees it fast. I don't have faith that we're going to break down here.
Oh, I have 100% faith we see lower new lows before end of day. I think I want to swing arm puts. How are they moving? Not bad. 125s for 220 can be a decent swing. It stays under that 130, 131 area. All right, IWM now testing equal lows. Some more Schwab puts just came in. Reggie.
Take us to new lows. Oh,
See if he
don't tell me
bounced right here.
that puts marking at now $9. Oh.
Either bounce here or you fall hard. I don't know. I'm betting on a bounce.
Hey, Kev. Good. Are you outside?
I muted Frank.
SPY much weaker.
Drill them.
Mm-hmm.
Hit them with the drill bits.
This is the pivot point right here, and it's the whole number on SPX 950.
There goes IWM. Let's see. Previous week low is just underneath of that, 265.7. Underneath that, IWM can just drill down to 264. I mean, it can see another $2 drop if we start to lose this spot. Now, before market close, I don't know, but not sure there's that much time for it to drop another $2, but anything's possible.
All right, I put trims in for $100 a con on those ads. Not looking too frothy. Yeah, NQ might want to break the IB low. You had a double break on ES. You're right at what, London lows, free market lows.
Mm-hmm.
What's drilling? Is it banks that are still drilling?
Banks are getting smashed. Look at KRE down almost 2% now, and
Yeah,
then the
banks,
XLF down 1.5.
banks just hit your extension. Tech went red.
Yeah, XLK is in the ugly streets.
Whoa! Arm with the
I'm
knifer.
gonna
Oh,
try and buy these
No,
220s
no.
too.
yeah.
Don't tell me arms knifing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still up 2.5%. It did hit the resistance that I wanted, I think.
Fat candle down on arm.
I'm gonna go grab a water and a snack. I'll be back in a bit. I got some
Sounds
Littleton
good. Will,
down there,
appreciate you.
220s. Yeah, anytime, of course. Of course.
I have not touched the futures, Grambo. I'm just I bought some calls on SPX. It may have to wick down further, but I'm in these calls on SPX. 2.4 average, 69.65s. Just to see if we hold right here. A little bit red. But they should shoot up if we get a pop and a bounce here. There we go. Bounce more than that. Get back through the 295, 300 area on NQ. I mean, I can see just from pure price action, I can see where you'd say, okay, reshort it here, but got bigger context that says don't. All right, there we go. Up 40 a con, up 50 a con, up almost 100 a con. My trim should start hitting here any moment. Right there, boom. 3 of them are out for $90 a con. Somebody just bought 300 lots of NQ.
Arm puts $40 per contract gain on those 125s.
A little bottom Wixky on the 15 here. Double bottom Wixky. Fighting with a 9. NQ actually looks better. Come on, SPX, push up over that.
So arm daily chart, full gap fill, back test rejection, previous price action at 130. It was an easy short this morning.
Yeah, I picked ARMG from leverage shares from our stock pick competition last night. Hot start. Problem is it's got to hold for the next 4 more days, 5 more days. Tempted to take my profit here, but I think we can get a little bit more pop.
Oh, I think I hope so. On
There we
Qs
go.
at least.
There we go. Come on, pop up.
614. Come on.
3-5. I'll get filled in this next working order and take off 3. There it is, right there. Order filled.
613.95.
I have 2 left.
There you go. There's 614. Lining up with 69.60 on SPX. If they can break back above this, get back into the mid 60s, that can be a decent short spot up there. I don't want them to slam it again right here, because I want it. It needs to go a little bit higher. Your 30-minute already broke structure. We're underneath of it. SPX has all 3 indicators bearish. So now you just want to see a breakdown, bounce back up, retest, rejection, and then move lower. So it gets up to 65. I'll be interested. 63, 65 area.
I think I'm just going to go ahead and trim out of these. I think if you pop a little bit, that's the 9 right there. Yeah, I'm just going to take another one off. Air flat and all. That's a good trade. $720. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm getting that. I'm still pissed about what I did with that Vanquish the other day because I made too much money twice, and I just kept having to make more, and I just got frustrated.
Mhm.
All right.
Don't slam it straight back down. That's dumb. I'll
I
get
think
up higher.
I think it holds, and I think it goes back up, right back into the range.
That was a great day to sell some options.
I know, dude. I just like I had a bunch of stuff going on, and then I was just like I wanted where it was at this morning, and then this like dip right here. I was like busy at the time. I was wanting to probably sell them now. I'm almost glad I didn't. The reason I waited was because I thought we could get something like this, like peeking out to either side, and like I didn't want to be underwater. But let's see. I had a 2.4 average on those SPX calls. I closed them all out to lock in my profit. They're still trading at 3.6 right now. 3.8.
Your 69.70 on SPX is increasing, so that's good.
Yeah, it should. And we should close green. We should close above 65. I think you can sell puts right here. That's just statistical probabilities.
SPY's highest gamma right now is 694, which we're a few cents underneath of it. Q's to 614, which is why that was a decent target upside for the bounce. Now it's just, what do we do here?
Curious. Yeah, that's an eval for Vanquish. I was $100 away from passing one, but I made too much money a couple times, so I suddenly figured out the sizing on this 50K account. So like I had like a 3K day and a $2,000 day, and it just like I just kept having to chase more profit. I got frustrated, just like full ported one day. So I'll just get the free reset code from Code Wolf and try again. So I started again. Let's see. Did I take a trade yesterday? Thought I did. Oh, I'm not logged in. No wonder I can't see it. Yeah, yesterday I made yesterday I made $600. Today I'm up what was it? 720. So I'm keeping myself from getting have that consistency. That's the other reason why I'm closing right now. Because if this thing like rockets up, those SPX things are going to expand too quick for me. Nice, made 100 per con. Let's go. It's just like I aggregate so many data points together for probabilities and statistics. Like, I mean, strong chance of a bouncer. Didn't look like. I mean, if you just look at your candles. Palantir looks bad.
Yeah, 130 puts for February 27, 2026. Urgent repeated put flow coming in.
Palantir loses 136, 138 to 136. I think it's got 125 to 120 written all over it.
3 orders just came in. Someone bought those puts. 4, 5 orders now. 6 just came in at the ask. They bought 200 contracts at the ask, 500, 500, 500, and 300 on those Palantirs. They started buying them at 280, and they bought some more at like 310, 315.
It's weird. Sometimes I forget I used to like day trade options all the time because I've done futures so long now. But what I liked there was I had more confluence on SPX than anything else. And if futures kept going, that could have been a bad drawdown. You know, it could have gone snorkeling, or well, I would have given back some profit that I had. But on the SPX, I can say, okay, well, they go to zero, right? But I have like a defined risk since I think it's going to bounce back. Like, because like on futures, I think it could go all the way down to even like 220s and then come right back up here.
God, they rejected it again. I could have freaking short scalped it.
Makes more sense that we hold in right here, though.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to, but that's what makes more sense to me.
Ooh, Pfizer did make a new high today. Yay for my calls. Jesus, Palantir, back to the gulag.
Chucky Taylor, got some spy calls there. I had those SPX calls. I went ahead and got out of them. I'm not going to say I love it, but I don't hate it to still hold in right here. I mean, obviously you can see buyers are present on these 15-minute wicks, but it was a little overextended, so this could just be a, shorts covering, taking some profit.
Your daily 9 on Palantir back test and huge rejection. Around 145 this morning. Stock's now going for 138.
We got Trump trying to take half of a bridge from Canada. U.S.-Canada bridge. Trump believes the U.S. should have authority and own at least 50%. All the bookmap orders, liquidity are building above us on NQ. There's not really much below us at this point. They pulled the orders lower and they've got them higher now.
Volume's at 3,600 now on those Palantirs, new lows. Two more orders just came in. 3 more orders on bull flow now. Now it's up to 850,000 at the ask on those puts. Sheesh.
So I should have watched the Olympics instead of this. What have you been watching, McGuire? What's the what events have been going on? Did you guys see Lindsey Vonn like shatter her leg the other day and get airlifted out, like air vac'd? That was insane. Sweden won the final against USA in curling. Well, dude, your whole country's ice. You better beat us at something.
One of my favorite Olympic sports to watch?
I love watching curling.
Curling,
so-
dude. I love it.
Dude, it's so much fun. Like I don't know why it's like just to me I guess it's so foreign to me like of like where I grew up. And I remember when I was in high school, we have some family in upstate New York, and they live right outside of Lake Placid where the like 1980 I guess Winter Games were, like the Miracle on Ice and all that. And so like we went to those places to see them, and they were doing curling practice in that like arena, and they're just like just running with their little spikes and just sweeping and all that stuff.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Curling. I think the reason why I like curling is just it's I love playing, and it's not really like it, but it's the closest thing I think of. I love playing shuffleboard, and curling is just people I think look at it and they're like, "Oh, that looks stupid." But if you think about it, the people to be good at curling, like it's just muscle memory, but also you have to be just very strategic and very accurate with a lot of small moving parts in which both people on both sides are doing for curling and then sweeping. Like I don't know, I find it very interesting. I love watching it.
It's like ice pool, and we know Casey loves ice. Oh, we're not gonna touch that one, but that's funny. That's comment of the day so far.
I've never had the pleasure.
You live in upstate New York, Woodrunner? Yeah, my dad has some. I guess it's his cousin in their family. They live like 2 minutes from Whiteface Mountain. Like you just see it out their front. They have one of those little A-frame houses because all the snow. Whiteface is just right in front of them, and then it's like a 10-minute drive, I think, over to Lake Placid. I'm trying to remember what it was called, Wilmington, or I can't remember what it was called. But it was pretty cool. Wasn't much different than Colorado. Like snowboarding out there was so different compared to like Colorado. But it was cool. I liked it. The food sucks though. Upstate New York might have the worst food in the whole country. Every restaurant I went to, there was no flavor, nothing. They ask you hot or cold when you order tea instead of sweet or unsweet. Like, what are we doing? I finally went to McDonald's.
Yeah.
It's not good when McDonald's is your best meal when you go visit somewhere. But everything else was great. We stayed at this hotel, and like it was like a mom and pop hotel, and the like owners, like they lived there at the hotel, and they just hung out with us. We were watching like football, like bowl games at night and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Man, 138 break. Palantir coming to an area of a little bit of support right down here. There's like 137, 75 area, but it was a beautiful rejection this morning near 145.
Saranac Lake, that sounds familiar too. I remember there was a lake right in downtown that was like iced over, and they had this like big toboggan ride where you could like go down this big slide, and then you'd slide across the like lake.
Speaking of McDonald's, trying to
I heard
make another new
Vermont's
all-time
nice.
high. MongoDB is up another 6% today.
Guys, are we gonna hold right here?
What's Tesla doing?
This is SPX should close up here.
Still waiting for this thing to rip up higher. Volume is non-existent right here. Let's go check out your net premiums. Puts are
What is-
still like freaking way above calls.
Is this? How do you make this arrow bigger? This is the smallest arrow I've ever seen in my life. I'll just do this one.
McNuggets and caviar Valentine's dinner with profits. I saw that. McDonald's has caviar now. Isn't that crazy?
What?
Yeah,
McDonald's has caviar?
Yep. You can go to McDonald's and get caviar now.
Not where I live, sir.
Your
You can
put
get,
premiums are increasing right now on SPY.
You can get Chipotle though.
Yeah, I have to leave early today. I gotta leave here in an hour. I'm taking the girls out. We're having a early daddy-daughter Valentine's Day date.
Oh shoot! Good reminder for everyone that has a significant other. Valentine's is Saturday. Get your shit together. Don't be a lame.
Get your shit together.
I've got to make a reservation.
I think we made ours like probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, just because we knew this place was gonna be freaking packed. And
Well, I just need a. I don't need dinner. I need a hotel. We already have. We have all the plans in place. I just haven't got a hotel room.
here's a nice red candle on SPY after those puts. Big spike in those puts.
Is there not a target on here somewhere? Oh, looks different.
I think if you swing anything overnight on SPY and QQQ, you're kind of
Psycho.
not psycho, but a little bit more gambling, I guess.
NFP in the morning.
Yeah, and then we have Thursday. We have is it jobless claims on Thursday? And
Yeah,
then-
it's CPI on
and
Fridays. Is really the
and then
biggest.
CPI Friday. So we have. I'm pretty sure it's jobless claims on Thursday and then CPI on Friday. I could be wrong. Let me go check my announcement. I can't remember. Yeah. Yep. So NFP tomorrow, initial jobless claims at 8:30 a.m. Eastern
Did Rivian do
Thursday.
something today?
And CPA. Yeah, they had a bunch of announcements coming out about like their.
I heard like some news and stuff this morning. They got back over that
Damn.
200 day.
Look at this candle. I should have freaking slammed it. Dude, that was 8.9 million worth of put premiums that had came in right before that candle started. I watched it pour in.
Oh, there's a headline coming out.
What? Better not be no more war news.
Come on, spit it out. I don't partake in made-up holidays.
What?
Let me guess. You're single. Look, I think Valentine's Day is stupid, but females don't. Oh, well, you have a okay. Well, you have a pregnant wife, then you're good. Your wife hates Valentine's. But I had a friend that, for whatever reason, she hated Valentine's, and her husband, they celebrated the day after. It was kind of like a middle finger to Valentine's Day, but really, I talked to him one time, and he was like, actually, just everything goes on sale the next day. So he like trumped up this whole thing of like Valentine's Day is dumb, like we should love each other all the time, and let's celebrate on the 15th instead. And it really turns out he was just being economic. he was just catching all the stuff on, like the chocolate and the flowers and everything on sale. Yeah, for real. You go to Walgreens and just load up, everything's 50% off out in the big Bens in the middle.
I just got an alert on ARM.
I don't know if this is gonna hold, boys. But it is for
Downside
now.
candle ARM for the puts. About
I'm just
350
lucky
here on
one
the
of my-
contracts. You could take a trim, move stop to entry, secure green trade.
I'm just lucky one of my wife's best friend's birthday is on Valentine's Day. And he throws this like massive party every year on Valentine's, so it's just like just free plans or whatever you want to call it. QVC, possible bankruptcy.
Which one?
Q. Hold on.
I see a QVC.
QVCGA.
Okay, I see that. NASDAQ. Stock just knifed 10%.
I don't know anything about this stock because it's got like different
They got options.
classes. No, I wouldn't touch options on it because there's like different classes of whatever this QVC group is. But apparently there's bankruptcy filings on it. Apparently we are going to hold.
They halted it downside.
Yeah. Casey, I think you're using bull flow when you call out the options flow.
Yep, that's the only one that I use.
We may have to work out something with them. We'll see. Keep you guys posted on that. We'll see. I just said there's so many people using it. I kind of want to check it out myself.
It's
There's a lot of flow services out there, but we'll check it out. Stay tuned on that. JB Hunt's pack. JB Hunt it's an Arkansas company. What do you expect? Do y'all trust Cheddar Flow? The like, are you talking about their posts on X?
Yeah.
I think there are 80% or more of people that post flow on X, no matter where it's coming from. It's not a problem of what they're posting. It's like they have no clue what they're talking about. They don't understand bought, sold. They don't understand hedges and multi-legs and all that.
That's the only thing, and that's the first thing that I do when I get these alerts from Bullflow or I see a specific flow that I like. If I see it and it seems important, the first thing I look at is you can click on if the platform itself offers it, which most of them should. You can click on that contract for that flow that's coming in, and it will pull up all of the flow on that specific contract. So you may see $2 million worth of these calls being bought right now in this stock. But if you didn't see alerts earlier where there was multiple orders of those same calls being sold prior in smaller orders, but the premiums are adding up maybe the same, you can find out that, yeah, these $2 million of calls that someone just bought seems bullish. But on the opposite side of it, the same people who are probably buying that for $2 million, looking at the flow a few hours ago, they were selling them, and now they're in some kind of spread or multi-leg position. So then the only thing you'll see, though, is people posting the large sweep or that one order that shows that $1 or $2 million. They'll post that on there. They're not going to show you all of the full options contract flow for that one. That's the only issue that I have with a lot of people that post flow on there. They're just like $2 million worth of these QQQ calls coming in right now. I'm like, okay, like is there more?
Yeah.
You gotta dig more into this. Just because $2 million of these puts are coming in on QQQ right now, there's a lot of other factors along with options and premiums.
I could have a net position of 100 million in calls on QQQ, and I need to hedge it, and I put a 2% position on again as a hedge, to the downside, and put 2 million on puts, and people will say at 2 million on puts, oh, somebody's slamming puts right here.
Yep.
No, somebody's hedging a large position long that they have.
Yep.
And if you don't have that context, you have no idea.
If EMP was adding into a position 50,000, 50,000, 50,000, 50,000, 50,000, building it up, right? Building the position. That's what they do. They don't usually slam just one single order. They're usually buying multiple ones at a time. And then when they want to be hedged, now a day goes by, price action's where it's at, then they hedge that position. They send the larger single orders right there. Now they have their hedge position, their spread, whatever it is. But that one could be a sweep of $1 or $2 million, which adds up to all the premiums that Hemp has on the opposite side for all those other single orders that he was accumulating over time. You didn't see any of those. You only see this one. So you think it's important, but if you dig through the flow on it, you'll be able to find out like a few of other things. That's the only, because I've just seen people post flow, and they don't show like flow little 2 hours prior, where those same calls that they're buying now, they sold them earlier. And if you look at the net premiums on it, you can kind of figure out that it's just a hedge. So either they're not knowledgeable on it, or they're just not sharing all of the information for whatever reason. Another big spike in put premiums. Oh, sorry. Wrong chart. JK.
Boy, I don't like PayPal anywhere.
Ooh, QVCGA unhalted. Down another 15%.
Jordy finally moved. Locked in, baby. Been locked in.
Damn. I went from down 20 to down 30. Holy. PayPal, I don't like it. I mean, from a technical structure, the IPO price right here from 2015, maybe. This doesn't look like a chart that I want to bottom fish on in a bull market, just personally. I mean, for a trade like off of 38 just to get back like maybe to this gap to the 9. I don't know. PayPal, I think, gets bought out at some point.
I think so too, and I hope it's Elon Musk.
That would be funny, right?
I just bought PayPal recently. My cost basis on it is like $44, so I'm down a little bit, but I'm also selling options on it, and I have to open up another position here soon to sell some more options on it.
Yeah, maybe that would be a move. Buy 100 shares of it and sell upside calls.
Yep. If it bases and does nothing down here, then I'll just keep selling options, trying to make money. And then if it starts to recover at any point in time, gets back up into the 50s.
Boy, I know somebody was buying puts right here at this low, looking for that to break lower. And just getting burned to death right now. Just burned. At least if you like did futures on the short side, like you're just sitting here a couple points underwater probably. Like if you shorted, I mean, if you shorted anywhere in here, you're just 4 or 5 points underwater on ES. But It would just be very, very rare, like outside of the norm, for us to go, lower and not come back and close up here in the middle.
Just sold some PayPal $45 calls for next Friday.
All right, Brinky's back.
I'm back. Yeah, I am long 75 and 80 SPX calls. A lot. A lot. I do see 10 points here. Need to go back to 660.
Hit 65 and you trim a lot of that. But you should get back to like 75, I think.
My
SPY
price
looks
is
so much better
on
than
80s,
Q's.
it's 38. I'm long 50. And on the 75s, my price is 75. I'm long 40. I'm long a lot. If this market were to turn around here, I'd have a big day. I'm playing with profits though today. All right, there we are. 60. Come on. 50.
If anybody held those 65s that I had, they're back up $100 a con. I don't know if they ever even came back to entry. Boy,
Come on.
I just pulled out the "You shall not pass" card on this market.
You shall not pass.
Where's my staff? I need my. You shall not pass. You could put.
Come on.
You get over 60. You get over the 63, 60. Yeah, 63-ish, Frank. You should get a pop in the premiums for a good trim spot.
Here you go, SPX. Come on. Get over top of the level. 69, 65.
Tesla's crawling towards high day, by the way.
Come on.
The chances ARM sees 125 before market close. That would be fun.
they're burning.
Intraday Apple looks disgusting. And Google looks disgusting. Arm breaks 126.40. My stop goes to entry to secure green trade, no matter what.
The video's starting to look rough now. Ulta on the 15-minute. I don't see anything right here to do. Yeah, I don't know what you do with Ulta right here. I went up a bunch of days in a row just getting a normal pullback to a volume shelf right here. Still extended from the daily EMAs. I would say nothing. Have you guys ever played World of Warcraft? No, but that's one of my was that the video with the Leroy Jenkins. That's like my favorite video of all time. Was that World of Warcraft? I don't know anything about World of Warcraft, but I do know Leroy Jenkins. That guy's my hero. This is probably one of my favorite videos of all time. They literally spend 20 minutes like putting together like the strategy and all this stuff. Dude's like, all right, I'm back, locked in, ready to go. Leroy Jenkins. And then everyone just runs in and gets slaughtered. Oh, what a classic video.
Leroy Jenkins.
It's one of the best videos I've ever seen in my life.
And then they get in there and start getting murked. They're like, damn it, Leroy. You always do this.
So they were like literally like counting supplies. Like I've got 12, I don't know. I've got 12 potions and all this stuff. And all right, well, I've got 15 of this and all that. And then all of a sudden the dude just comes back from AFK and he's like,
all right, guys, let's do this.
Leroy Jenkins.
IWM looking good. It's about oh no, it is at the 5-minute 21.
Oh, dude, that one kid that just rages over the video games all the time. The best one is like his brother joins the game as like on his team, and he's like, "Stop betraying me! I'm on your team." It's his brother just killing him over and over. I mean, I think some of it was like fake, like after a certain point, because like the dad took like the lawnmower, like the Dixie Chopper lawnmower, and like ran over all of his video games.
Oh god, CVNA is a fat short right now. I still have it drawn on the chart. Back down to 360, 350.
It's a pretty gross rejection. KT, you say this, but this is the game that United will lose. They'll win the hard games and then they'll slip up and tie or whatever. The kid's hair is wild though. Casey, have you seen that? This kid, he said he's not cutting his hair until United win 5 games in a row. He's on like day 490.
What?
Chris thinks there's a flush incoming. Think so? This looks bear flaggy-ish. This, I don't know.
Still have your ceiling on Qs at 614. Qs is lagging. Qs, SPY and
Yeah.
IWM look so much better. Qs looks
Microsoft,
disgusting.
it's like your tech names are starting to roll around. Microsoft's starting to get weak here. Google's strong though. Broadcom's weak. Amazon's weak.
I am leaning neutral to bearish going into the close. I don't think we pump. I don't think we rip. I think we diddle back and forth, or we see another new low on SPX and come down to the. I mean, I want to see 45 to 42, but
I think we close 50 points higher at least on NQ. That's my bet. And at least 5 to 10 points higher on SPX.
I mean,
At least.
I think if we push up higher and they reject it, but it's not a harsh rejection, it just stops it there, pulls back a little bit, goes flat. It's around that 69, 65, I think. It can just do nothing.
Hims is a 0. Hims lost more than half of their growth with this weight loss thing. It's like what they're actually growing. I can't remember how much of their revenue it is, but I know like the amount of growth they had last quarter, like 60% of it was from the weight loss pill, and they lost all of that. Poor Hims. What a fall from grace. Do you remember this Oscar Health one people were talking about there for a long time? I got a big pop today, but it's because they got like a credit line or something.
Not swung calls overnight. I think they
This
were like
is the
100%.
rejection spot again.
But
Yeah,
the
they got
the
some type
daily
of bell
was
out.
Perfect. It hit the 21 and died.
This Zeta stock everybody was talking about back in July, it's right back
Yeah,
to the same
bailing
prices.
out. I just bailed. I'm done on this trade. I took a few $100 loss. 500 actually. It's all right.
MRVL. MRVL can be
Marvel?
it could be a fat swing short where it just rejected that on the daily. Just had a nice move to the upside. I think you can get a little slappy here. Your weekly 9 and 21 are about to cross over. They haven't. They're sitting on top of each other at 82.4. You have a volume shelf around 83.50.
I think MU is a swing short.
I've been waiting and I haven't done it yet because I'm scared.
SanDisk. Robinhood. I mean, you gotta see what their earnings do today, but there's two bad upper wicks in the 9 EMA. Well, we're back at the lows on NQ.
Gosh dang, they freaking slapped it again at 69.60. Maybe that's, I mean, what did it go up to? 62. No, it needed to go at least to 65 for me to try another short. Thing's a freaking wall right now. XLU is still cruising higher. Your utilities are running. They just keep running. NEE just made another little flag and broke out new high of day going for 92.
What is the corn doing today? I haven't really watched it much.
Dying.
Nothing. Not a thing.
NVIDIA might make a new low. Someone left the fridge open. I hear it dinging. Dude, Hims is probably going to like, I don't know, 14, 12 bucks.
Oh, this music is bumping though.
Does that say AES?
Who else do we have this afternoon? Net A Lab. That's the other one. Net is, I mean, it's ahead of earnings, but it's kind of a nice little bounce ski here the last couple of days. Strong candle today. Astera Labs.
The monthly hit your 21 perfectly down there at 160. That one
Astera
looks
Labs
good.
chart looks good.
All right, ARM, 20-cent drop. Right here, right now. Fat red candle. Let's do it. That way I hear the alert go on. Oh, okay. See, look, sometimes you just gotta speak it into existence. There you go, ARM.
Wow, why did I get $94.15 of Apple Cash?
Hell yeah.
Daily
All right, contracts
cash.
are at 365. That's kind of what I was looking for. It was around 365, 375 on these from 294 entry.
IWM is actually looking decent. Tech does not look good. Casey, does this look like it's a short?
Oh, hold up. Hey. All right, 370 here. Arm. Stop at entry.
It's a great point from Jarrett. Vol D just made a new high of day.
Oh, is that Valdi on your chart?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at Valdi. And if you notice, like I just said, Spy looked a lot better than QQQ, and Q's looks ugly. Go look at Valdi Q. It's not anywhere near the same. So I can go ahead and kind of give you a little extra confluence and show you that your Nasdaq should be significantly weaker.
Yeah, if you're short anything, you're short Qs here, or
Yep.
IOBM has a more powerful looking bear flag.
Jingle bombs, jingle bombs.
It's crazy how long he's just hanging here, though. Just refusing to go down. On TradingView, it's VOLD or VOLDQ. The Q is for NASDAQ. CrowdStrike basically back to target today. My two, I was looking at CrowdStrike long and ARM long coming into today. Hopefully it gets a continued move, but you need the market to do that. Market not doing really anything today was what made the most sense to me. Maybe I should have sold those puts. Dang.
Yeah, today was. I wish I would have done Condor.
That's what, yeah. Well, you know, it's funny. That was my base case going into today, and I thought about it this morning. And I like spooked myself out of it, and then Will came on here, and that was kind of like one of the first things he mentioned too. I was like, "Dadgummit, we should just pulled the trigger and done it." What does the D stand for in Vol D?
These nuts.
Got him.
Got him.
Oh, it's I think it's differential, maybe. Differential, because it's like you're subtracting up volume versus down volume. U-vol minus D-vol. I think the term is differential. I would have to verify that though.
It's either difference or declining.
Or divergence, maybe. I think it's difference or
I
differential.
think it's different. It should be the difference because it's
It's a subtraction, the difference between
yeah.
up volume minus down volume.
Yeah, so it's U-vol and D-vol. It's the overall difference. It's the net volume. It's the difference between those two things. That's what makes vol D for the New York Stock Exchange. And then vol D, same thing. And then vol DQ will be for your NASDAQ.
I know it's up volume versus down volume. I think the D stands for like differential. I don't know. I've never really thought about it. Well, 5 minutes till choppy hour.
Power hour. I don't think it's going to be a power hour. I don't know. I think I'm done.
Doesn't look like it wants to do anything.
Exactly. Just sitting here.
It is stands for difference.
Okay.
You Google it, you don't really get an exact answer, but I'm on TradingView, looking at an indicator that use it, and it says NYSE volume difference, VOLD volume difference for the UVol and DVol. So I'm pretty sure that is exactly what it is. I just made a post on X. You will see the chart of ARM there. You'll see the 130.5 rejection earlier. I was late to the party for that one. I was busy trading SPY and futures during that time. I didn't see it till I came back from lunch, but I gave myself room to add into this, and then obviously getting a nice move here downside. But those puts, those 125s for February, as long as they continue to hold green, I have that stop at entry now, but just trimmed out 26% on those from 294 to 370. So as long as they continue to hold green into the close, I will be swinging the rest of those contracts.
They really want me to long this thing on futures. I mean, I've had too good of a day to like overall that I want to. Nate, I will say this, like there are like if you ever watch like Bookmap or cumulative delta, or there's like some other calculations that like especially on futures, they call it like the delta. So like the how much up versus down, or buying versus selling. Delta kind of makes sense too. I don't know if I trust Google. You never said. Bing, who's Jared? You're on. Who's on Bing? Is this still? That's still Bing still works. I think my dad uses Bing. Actually, he used what's the dog one? Like Fetch or something.
Y'all don't use Firefox?
Dude, back in the day, we had Netscape. They had Firefox. Frankie will remember those. I remember having Netscape at our office when I was a kid, going up there.
I lived on two websites as a kid: LimeWire and RuneScape. That was my life as a kid: LimeWire and RuneScape. Believe it or not, I still have an email that I used when I had to make a account for RuneScape. Actually, I mean, kind of had my parents do it because I was like, I don't know, 10 at the time. And I still use that email to this day. And I'm not going to say what the email is, but it's based off of a suit of armor within RuneScape and the level at which you acquire it, which is a very probably the coolest suit of armor you can get in there.
I remember having an encyclopedia on CD-ROM that had like 12 discs. Like each there'd like a few letters were on one disc and then a few more on the next one. I think it was called like Encarta or something like that.
ARM, ding ding ding, alert went off. Under here, 125. I already trimmed at 370, And obviously, I just sent that post out. Contracts are still sitting at 25.85% at 370 on the contracts. So beautiful. You have an AOL account? Nice.
Netscape still has a website. Firefox is the only thing that works with my Raspberry Pi. Profast still uses Firefox. I actually trust Profast's his calls on stuff. He's pretty in touch with the old tech world. Shrink wrapped software on the floppy disk. Kevin remembers. Dude, I had Oregon Trail on a floppy disk. I had a pinball. I can't remember what the pinball game was, but I had a pinball game. It was on a floppy disk, and you stuck it in there.
One?
Yeah, no, before that, it was like the version before that. So like that one was on like, I think most people had that on their computers like back in the early Windows days, but like back when it was Microsoft DOS, the black screen, as we called it, you put in a floppy disk and you had to type in run. Like you had to give it a command, like the command screen came up and you had to like actually put run and stuff to get the programs to start. I had a pinball game on that like way back in the day. It's like, I think like my dad upgraded his computer at the office and he brought home his old one. It was Microsoft DOS. I was like 9. I could play pinball on it. And then I remember I had Oregon Trail.
I was playing. I can't remember the website. Oh man, it was a website. I always played in computer class as a kid. And it was just a bunch of small games that were on there. But Dune Buggy was on there.
Dune Buggy?
Yeah, Mini Clip. Oh, how did you know that? How did you know that so quick? I'm pretty sure it was Mini Clip. He said, "Cause I'm you."
Mini Clip was goated. I remember that.
Is that what it was called? It sounds familiar. Mini Clip, yeah.
Did y'all ever play Oregon Trail?
Nah.
I had it on my first ever flip.
I think I did maybe once in school.
When I had a flip phone, yeah.
I used to always, I would always try to ford the river every time, and I would just go shoot buffalo. That's why I would just always go shoot buffalo, like way too many buffalo. And then somebody would always die from dysentery.
Oh, dude, Mini Clip still does exist. Yeah, they had pool, and then the game where you're the different little color bubble, and then like you had to like grow. Dude.
We have a new candidate for comment of the day, and it's this one right here on the screen. This is comment of the day right here.
Program run squeeze. I know Emp had to have played this game, and if he has never played this game, I'm gonna be very upset with him. But it's called Headball, or Headball 2.
Headball, yes, dude. Headball was like,
dude,
Headball was like that weird soccer game, right?
Yeah,
like
where they
little, the big feet,
very
and like
small
big
people with giant heads, and yeah. Headball was so much fun.
I think I had that on one of my phones at one point.
I did, yeah.
It was like 1-on-1 or something, if I remember right. That was way back there. I didn't play it for like a ton of it. I think I played it because it was soccer for a little bit, and then I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, that was just an old game.
Brick Breaker was the best like cell phone game ever, though, on the BlackBerry with the little rolling ball.
Yeah.
What's up, Smooth? We're just avoiding trading the chop.
Hey, how you doing today?
Good. We're talking about stuff that you might remember.
What's that?
Well, first we talked about Netscape back in the day.
RuneScape.
And then we talked about or Microsoft DOS, floppy disks, Oregon Trail.
Those are the days.
Are they really going to rug this thing now? That's really all they were going to give us?
NVIDIA's coming down.
At 6960 wall on SPX. I want to take one more trade.
Like if I would have tried any trades here, I would have got chopped up so many times.
I mean, for Qs. Get scalped this thing for like 20, 30 points just back and forth.
Oh, J Money in here. What's up, J Money?
Yo, what's up?
Finally get rid of that cold weather?
Yeah, we had one of those classic fake out days yesterday. It was 70 degrees and sunny.
What is it? Is it still that way today, or did it drop?
It's okay. I mean, it'll be back to 30 tomorrow, so.
There you go. Perfect. Next Monday I'm flying out there, and I'm like, oh, I'm just sure it'll be like you'll get warm for the week that I'm not there, and then it'll be freezing cold when I get there.
Yeah, fake spring #1. You know how it goes.
Oh yeah, you got 5 more of those. I like this, Travis. Feels good to be green and sit out. That's what I'm doing.
I know. I'm up like $1,400 right now on the futures account, and it's itching me to take another trade, but
I know I'm up fine on all my accounts, and they just want me to give something back. Not today,
I know.
Satan.
I know that's how I'm feeling. But at the same time, it's 3:00. I don't know. Your put premiums are still increasing. It is probably going to be slow and scalpy until MLC, though.
Smooth, have you taken any trades today? Done much today?
Yeah, I worked way too hard this afternoon. I didn't trade this morning. I had some other stuff to do, but I worked way too hard to make a little money. I traded from this ES 74 and traded in that a couple times. My last entry was around 71. I got some out at 80, and I got a couple left long, but almost looks like a little bear flag now.
It kind of does. Tech's trying to lead the way down. NVIDIA and Microsoft both trying to make new lows of the day.
But I was trading off. You see that little intraday, or it started pre-market, the M, which is typically bullish. So that's why I was trying to capture that move back up.
That?
No, the next one. Yeah.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
statistically, we should close up here, but price action is not going that direction right now. Just made a slightly lower low for the consolidation here, but
yesterday
we haven't even
had a great day, but today, could have stayed in bed.
Yeah, yesterday was great. I paper handed yesterday, and it was still a great day. I can't imagine anybody that got in and held.
My last out yesterday on the ES was for 50 points.
I was long in Q 977 average yesterday morning, and I closed it all for like 160 points.
Nice.
And it went. Let's just take a look. I long like the opening wick, so I was long right here. And I closed right here, and it went 450 points for my entry total.
Nice.
And I caught 160 of it. So a little paper hands action, but
win is a win.
Hey, a green is green. And it was a good win too. Like I was happy with it. That's why I was like just taking full profit. Like I'm out.
Heck yeah.
And then sure enough.
That was like me on Thursday, Friday last week. 120 points on ES, and I was like, yeah, that's good. Win another 70 after I closed.
I longed that Thursday night. Like,
yeah.
I can't remember how many points total I ended up getting. Like 700 something on NQ.
Yeah, you think you'd be within like 10 or 20 of the high. Nope.
No. Especially on ES, you're like, usually the ranges are a little bit more defined than NQ, or at least like the levels. It gets through one level, you go to the next. Boy, and then it just kept going. That was what was crazy. It went way further than I thought it would on Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, trading's been really nice the last, at least for me. I mean, I guess I'll credit part of it to not just making all-time highs over and over. That usually does bode well for my trading, but the last like few weeks have just been like VIX has been just in the right spot, and it's been like orderly trading, I guess, from level to level. Like there haven't, I don't know, just sometimes you just get in sync with the market, I guess. I don't know if you guys feel that, but like sometimes I guess you feel like you're in sync with the market, and sometimes like just like you feel like you're on the wrong side fighting back all the time. But like for whatever reason, it just everything read pretty easily to me the last few weeks. December wasn't like that. December was different. Like start of December was good, but like that late December, like early January, it was just like anemic.
Yep.
Tradeify just put some shots fired at a top step.
Microsoft just shout out Code Wolf at Tradeify. We'll say that. Microsoft just made a new low.
I know Q's is testing low of day right here. I think we're gonna see new lows.
Is this IB finally gonna break to the downside?
Oh, I just got a trim on ARM for $100 per contract gain. Whoa. Oh,
There's
yes,
a new
sir.
Low. So IB low broke today. They really want me to long lower. They're sucking me in. You wonder though if there's like hedging and de-risking ahead of the jobs report tomorrow that everyone thinks is going to be really bad.
Yeah, we really need some volatility from that tomorrow. If we get back to all-time highs this week, I'm going to be very annoyed.
Q new low of day. There we go.
Hey Ryan, I got Peacock up on one of my screens with the game.
Dude, I'm so sick of Peacock. I hate it.
The commentary is not great, but
it's just like I have to get Paramount for UFC now or whatever. You have to get Peacock for Premier League. You got to get just like everything. Just charge me $140 and give it all to me on YouTube TV.
yeah.
Right?
Like
PFE
just
new
take
high
it back.
day. Rug City, baby.
There's the pivot point.
We'll see if this kid can get a haircut today.
We were talking about that earlier, actually. 490 something days, I think, is what it's up to.
I actually think the kid doesn't want us to win today because he's getting like 20 million views every time he posts, and once he gets a haircut, his rise to fame is over.
Who else? Who's playing the early slot today? I think I saw was it, like Chelsea was playing somebody. I know Everton and Bournemouth were playing.
Let's see.
Which one are you watching?
United.
Or are you just waiting on this United kickoff?
Yeah. Everton are beating Bournemouth, Chelsea beating Leeds, and Tottenham and Newcastle are 0-0. Everton are on a nice run of form.
Oh, ARM, I have to leave in like 15 minutes. Can you go in the money first?
You know what they say about Everton? Enemy of an enemy is a friend.
Exactly.
Day Trader 420 in here trying to get us on the old bootleg stream. Look, I can go down the street and buy the black box if I need it, but I don't have to see it that bad. I actually miss DirecTV. I used to have DirecTV, and I had like the Spanish package too, so I got like all these extra soccer games on it. I
That's
remember
great.
like when they installed it, they were like, I think they have you signed up for the wrong package, sir. I was like, no, I want give me the Spanish package too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's way more fun watching the games in Spanish.
Oh yeah. The only ones that like the Premier League, I'll usually go with the normal. The ones that Telemundo or whoever use
Right.
for those games are that guy is not my favorite, but the everything else is better. Every other commentary is better. To the low key, the Arabic commentary is great too. And that's
Yeah.
what like, I always see that on like on X, and you like go look up like the goals or the highlight videos or whatever. Like it's always the Arabic channels because they don't do copyright for whatever reason.
Yeah, I saw somebody made like a little mix out of that Arabic
Which is so
commentary a
funny.
few weeks ago. The guy was going, Kunyam Buamo, Kunyam Buamo.
I don't know. Honestly, the Winter Olympics have been more entertaining than this market.
I mean, we should win this game, but West Ham have historically been a little bit of a bogey team for us, so you never know. I'll mute myself if we score.
Please don't. What did I click on?
All right. Let me send this out. Started the day with a banger. We're going to end the day with a banger. There we go.
Oh,
All right.
is anything? I just start going through and looking for. The Dow bounced off of that gap fill pretty hard.
All right. Just sent the updated for ARM, not the chart, but just being transparent with the trades. Again, those 125s for 220. You will see the timestamp there on where I took and alerted those trades, those exact same prices. And then you will see screenshots from my broker on both the buy and the sell at those same exact prices there. Nice move into the close on ARM. Again, just got the trim off for $100 per contract gain. Going to swing the rest as long as they stay green, but I have sold 3/4 of that position. I do have to bounce. I got to go get ready for the Valentine's Daddy-Daughter Day with the girls. So, love and appreciate you all. Have a great rest of your trading day, and I'll catch you tomorrow.
All right, Casey. Appreciate you.
Later.
See you tomorrow.
See.
Later, guys.
Microsoft just filled the gap. What's up, Gov?
Bored out of my mind.
You should be watching the
Yeah.
soccer then.
What?
You should be watching the soccer like I am.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we had one really nice trade this morning. We had a really sweet trade early yesterday, right out of the gate, and one today. And then just got a little tricky on the NQ. Better read on the ES. So I ended up getting stopped out and jumped back in like 30 points higher, still to kind of take. I don't know what did I have no idea what I'm forgetting what I even did. I don't know. I took like 70 or 90 points out of it, so it still worked. Other than that, you know what? I don't know. What about you guys? Any activity? A kind of tough consolidation day. Low expectation the day before NFP. That's about it.
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday going into this, and just saying, oh, 3 big sell days to the downside, and then 2 big bounce days back. Like a sideways day made the most sense.
Yep.
Overall today, anyway. NFP tomorrow, the couple that factor in. My daughter was running a fever this morning. My 5-month, whatever, almost 6 months old. So I was like kind of in and out. I took one trade long that worked out, and then I was gonna play the long again, and I don't know. I had too much going on outside my door, and I was running in and out. So I just said, I don't need the. And then I said, like, I'm probably not going to trade much the rest of the day because, one, I knew that the price action probably wasn't going to be great.
Mhm.
But 2, like, because I was in that kind of like emotional state this morning,
Yeah.
like just like antsy, anxious, I was like, I'm going to make a poor decision trading. So kind of just sat here. I did take a little SPX scalp while ago when we got down here to like the 950. We were like 952, 950, that area. I took some calls, made some money on that and shut it down.
Yeah, I took the NQ. I took the 280 longs, scaled 300 and 320, and I got back in at 280. Took another scale. So I think my basis is underneath the low here, probably 240, 45.50 or something. But I'm not doing anything. So we had the exact same calls. So relative to yesterday, so we had that. We talked about our. First of all, really going back to Friday, what happened Friday, right? Basically, it's set up for reversal. It got above key levels, and it really was an incredible opportunity to get longs early in the morning and ride them. Certainly didn't have enough bullets to ride it that long. Smooth actually ran, I think, ES for 50, 60 points, so it was awesome. But I had decent size on, so I was content with the points I gained. And then rolling into yesterday, Ryan, our conversation was much the same as what you described. It's just like we just had big moves. We had a nice little retracement. This is set up for a little consolidation day, and that's exactly what we're seeing. And it's like on top of it, you had and then there was really no data. Some data was being rescheduled outside of the 7:30 Central number. And now you've got unemployment. I said, markets just probably just got to act for these big moves. Markets probably going to act like it's a Thursday before, unemployment number. And this is exactly what it's done. So we got our trades early, and that was about it. I jumped on the Wolf, that call with the ETF. That was pretty interesting. Those guys, that was pretty cool. That EOS. That was pretty cool. That was a pleasant distraction just to kind of listen to that. I really wasn't that familiar with some of their stuff, and
I know some people like they hate that we have we have sponsors and stuff that come on and talk about products and stuff. They really do share good information, and like a lot of times lunch, especially on a day like today during the lunch hour, what are you doing anyway? Learn something.
You got a pretty decent long setup here, by the way.
I agree.
Harmonic.
I drew this. I drew this when we made the low a while ago. Should close this at least in that box, just from a probability standpoint. Just move back up and close slightly green, break even on the day.
Well, I almost stopped out of my long, but I'm still long. NQ.
Yeah,
NQ is in an interesting spot because this morning it was like I was long off of I was watching the 300 area, and then really I like it if we get down under 250 down to 230, 220. I like that as a buy zone, and I still like that as a buy zone for maybe tomorrow or tonight, but just can't really get anywhere right now.
Yeah,
the video got a nice little bump.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. The ES was a little bit better read down there because I know Dan got long down there. We both got long at the same time, but NQ got a little squirrely. So I actually got stopped out, and that was a trade where I had to get back in once I finally got some buying confirmation. But I don't know. He ended up milking that one pretty well, so that was cool. I don't know. NQ was just a little bit squirrely today. I mean, last week was just, it was so, the moves were, all these 150 point moves were so rhythmic, you know?
Did you find like the last like week, 2 weeks of action have been like orderly, I guess would be the term, even though
Yes.
it was like volatile, it was like orderly. It was
Orderly.
really like level to level to level.
Yeah, it was level to level trades, which was like perfect for us because that's kind of how we trade. It was really good.
Dan, what have you been up to today? Anything?
I had a nice long this morning with Gove. He was on NQ, but I was just talking about it. But I had a decent long on ES. Took it from around 70. I think my first entry was 79. Then I think I added to around 77. And then I was scaling 85, 91. I think I exited the trade around 95. But that was the only trade I took today. This is an area I do like this area for a retrace up. However, we've been sort of sitting here for a while and haven't gotten any momentum off of it. So I actually wouldn't be surprised if we broke down here. I would not be a longer of this area, even though I do like the area, and I clearly like the area earlier this morning. I don't like the area now. It's not a worthwhile proposition for me at this point. I think the odds are greater that we break down here.
I agree. And further, we're also below the VPOC for the day now. Pretty concentrated and building up. And I mean, I would portend that if we kind of close down around here, we definitely set up for that area, that low volume, that area below, which was the back end of Friday, to kind of rotate down there and fill in. I think there's a need to go back there and fill in. I'm sure, Josh, you probably have your eyes on that. Maybe he doesn't.
Wait, sorry, what?
If we zoom out, so zoom out on NQ for a moment, and let's kind of like look at this essentially the 25,250 area. You see that area all the way down to that 25,121, and if you look left, I mean that's a pretty low volume area. So I mean, I'm of the opinion that if we close here, perhaps overnight, that's probably when it'll rotate down in there. This will be a question if we hold up down there, but it just looked like that's where the market wants to go, especially if it closes here. I know with the unemployment data, I mean, that's an inflection point that would negate everything, but it just looks like an area that needs to be visited, auctioned.
Right. Yeah. No, there's definitely not a whole lot of structure below us. I don't actually look at NQ at all. That's why you lost me. But I agree with that. With the same thing, you know, there's not a lot of structure from Friday and Monday if we start to retrace some of this.
Yeah, because the equivalent area would simply be between ES, there's basically 69.70 down to 69 and to 69.25 to 35. So it's kind of a correlating area. Yeah, I've been trading.
I would like to see yesterday's low tomorrow after NFP.
Oh, that would be killer.
So you know, just go ahead and guarantee we won't get that, and see it all-time highs. So
there we go.
I like how you said so right now going off.
There we go. It's like people are like, I'm taking notes actively on what you said, Josh.
That'd be too much of a gift. So, you know, that's the way the market works. We won't get the gift.
But it's amazing how we reclaimed everything that we sold off from, essentially. And we've been able to incorporate the repricing of a lot of the software stocks at the same time.
Yeah.
Where's crypto today?
It's going sideways.
Sideways.
Ethereum's right back at 2K. Bitcoin's just been in the same, 2,000-3,000 point range. not much going on. It is interesting that the Nasdaq's rejecting like your daily EMAs right here, even though SPX is well above everything again. We haven't got anywhere in 2 hours.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't like necessarily short it either. You know, there's just nothing attractive about the index trade at this point with 30 minutes to go in the day. I wish there was, but I took 20 something points out of it earlier from this area. I'm not gonna give it a run again.
I mean, yeah, if I had to take a trade here, I would be long back to the middle.
I mean, I don't disagree with you.
But I'm with you. I'm like the same thing. It was like I just don't have enough like confidence that it happens. Like I could make the argument either way. So why risk anything?
Yeah, and when I sort of have to have that conversation with myself on, you know, make the argument either way, and if that's sort of how I'm talking to myself, you know, it's usually a sign that I'm just going to be an observer versus a participant.
It's kind of like when in doubt, no.
Yeah, when in doubt, you know, don't do anything, and it tends to work better over the long run when you trade that way. You know, over time, I've gotten better and better at only taking trades I really like. I still have moments where I take ones that I don't really like and sort of look at myself in the mirror afterwards and call myself all sorts of names. But
we do too.
But over time, and as you refine your own process and stuff, you start getting better at only taking the ones where you don't have that internal argument. So no one ever went broke by sitting out a trade.
You can't lose money if you're not in it.
And I mean, you know, it's not very entertaining stream when it's like, okay, yeah, we're not doing anything. But that's what good trading looks like. And good trading doesn't need to be some entertaining, you know, it's not show business, you know, it's grinding out money. And what's hard is going against you. Yeah, I mean, it is. And I try and not look at that stuff when I'm manually trading, to be honest. So it doesn't skew my thinking, because I do oftentimes am going against my automated stuff. So try and keep myself in a good headspace to not look at that stuff. But occasionally I'll hear the order filled and have to take a peek. But I'm pretty good about keeping that stuff on mute as well.
I bet this is tough too. Tommy's trading against his own algo.
Don't do it in a Top Step account.
Oh my God!
Don't get me going.
Well, between all you guys, I saw comments from every single person on this screen about that. It's crazy.
Dan sounds like Nara. He used to jump on here often. So it's crazy.
Surprise!
That's my brother.
Oh, that's your brother?
No, they're the same. It's my alter.
Nara's is that's your Nara's the bear and Dan's the bull.
Yeah, right.
It's like Jacqueline
Nara's
Hyde.
a good alter ego, and normally is short. Press 1 if you're paused on Top Step. I'll break my one button. Not only am I paused, they downright stole money. But hey, like I said in a post earlier, you know, I don't feel bad for myself. I know the rules that you sign up for when you trade prop firms, right? It's their rules. They're going to do whatever they want, whether it's right, wrong, whatever. But what I feel bad for is I feel bad for the people that have really worked their butt off to get to the point of payouts and taking their time and done the right thing. And that's why I've been very visible in my criticism of their handling of this situation, and I think it's downright wrong.
There is a new low right there on EQ, by the way. Slightly. It's just kind of like a trickle.
Yeah, I agree on taking payouts ASAP. Completely agree. You don't leave money in prop firms. I mean, I'll leave. Like I usually only trade 150K accounts on any firm. I like the extra room, but yeah, I think that it will come out someday that the reason what they did was seems they pause people that are consistently taking money out of the firm, and they want to remove those from the ecosystem. But hey, what do I know?
Apparently, there's a couple of people in chat that didn't get paused. Well,
Yeah, I guess the question I would have is, were you payout eligible? Were you have you taken essentially, have you made more money than you've put in? And remember, all of these firms, not just the one we're talking about, but all of these firms, they make money on your failure, which is actually the reason we started Clear Edge Automation was we had talked about internally about opening a prop firm, and Lee and Gov will corroborate that. We talked for a long time about opening a prop firm. I think the reason that we decided not to was it's dirty money business, and you make money on the backs of failure, and that's not a business that I really have any desire to be a part of. But we started Clear Edge Automation for the opposite reason, which was we saw the amount of people that were failing, struggling to take payouts, struggling to play within the rules. So it gives people a way to use systematic approaches in their trading. That was sort of how Clear Edge was came about. Was the decision on, we saw clearly, this was 4 years ago, the prop firm space getting bigger and bigger. At the time, there was only 6 of them, I think, in the future space. But and then that discussion of, hey, do we want to open one of these things? We could do it better than these other companies. And then really it was, man, that's a dirty business.
DX has got 50 points of room here.
I stopped out of break even.
I agree, day trader. I think that's exactly the right way to look at it. Is use prop firms to build cash to fund a personal account, and
this should be everyone's path.
Yeah,
learn trading,
get
some funds.
There is a way that people do game prop firms and play it as a game versus actually trading, and there actually are very successful ways to do that. And I'm not suggesting doing that. I think using it as essentially a gateway into having your own capitalized account is the right way to do it, and the right way to learn trading. But the vast majority don't do that, and we know that. The adult daycare business, I think, you know what? I think that would be a really good idea. I'll actually approach that gentleman who runs that firm, not to be named, to see if he wants to partner up, Adult daycare, child daycare.
Sometimes I feel like
very little.
I feel like trading discords turn into adult daycare sometimes.
They do. That's I mean,
that's where my brain
we've been very lucky in that our discords have been, even our Clear Edge Discord, which is getting bigger by the day. We're very lucky and blessed to have the people that we have, where we have never really had to deal with really any major,
I don't mean it as like
personality conflicts, or
I don't mean like the behavior. More of like the trading behavior. Like You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like trying to babysit people's trading behavior.
Yeah, so
I've been a part of a lot of that.
I don't really like doing that, and it's and Gov's the same way. I've learned most of my good trading habits from him. And
who's getting long over there?
No, that was an automated trade actually closing a short.
Oh, you guys didn't tell me that Tammy's here.
Order filled.
Yeah.
It's in terms
Those
of
are automated trades actually closing a short, and actually that short actually barely got me back to green on the day on my automation stuff.
This now is this is a better level for NQ 25-220 here.
Yeah,
that's what I have. That's what I've been waiting at.
Yeah.
Last night I was hoping it would come down there.
Yeah.
It just didn't. Like when I got long this morning, I was like, I'm long here light, but I don't love it because
it's above the area you were looking to get long. That was the same thing with me. Whereas ES had a different level. NQ, that's where it was squirrely. That's why I got stopped out and I had to jump back in on a big buy volume chart on I think I was like on a 5-second chart. Felt like I was back in the pit. It's like with our Legerity trading room, it's like, we started that a couple of years ago. Actually, I don't remember when. I guess 2, maybe over 2. There was definitely a lot of hand-holding. But the motivation for us was, it's like between Dan and I and Lee, it's like we found that the three of us are independently and collectively good teachers. Teaching how we developed our process and how we execute our trades, how we define our risk, how do we so you keep walking back. It's like about the ability to drive levels that you can define risk that you can then size up, and then you have to respect where the stops are. Going through the repetition of doing that every day and showing people how to kind of build that naturally. We're showing, I'd routinely just have all sorts of stuff on my chart. And I'm like, watch this. I would just delete every damn line, every indicator, everything on it. Let's start from scratch. So it was really fun, and it was a process. And a number of those guys that were with us, they've come a long way, and, and they're managing their own with their trading. And some of them, didn't quite work out. And turns out automation is a bit more of a thing for them. But they're also, a number of those guys also are fully employed somewhere else, and they're basically trading on the side. So there's a bit of a time constraint, different motivations. And now with our Clear Edge Discord, that's a different purpose. It's customer engagement, it's customer support in the interaction between users of various strategies, and somebody having a hiccup, or now people are dealing with the top step and trying to sort it out amongst people. So people are sharing ideas and feedback. So we're really, like what Dan was saying, we're really building a nice little community there. It's pretty cool, and it's rare to see, because we've all jumped in some of the other Discords out there, and we really just don't see that much of, the engagement of people helping each other. Yeah, Tommy's in there. Thanks, Tommy. You're in there. You're really active. I'm not as out. I'm in there. My eyes are always there, and I always see what's going on. But you guys know I trade more manually. So, hello, Tammy.
Tammy made it. You're muted.
There we go.
There
Hello, how's everybody doing?
Oh, we're just having a big old potty.
Just having a little powwow because the market's kind of slow.
You haven't had as much fun as me today.
And you missed the action.
I'm joking. I was on Schwab earlier, and that was awesome. But then both of my children got in trouble at school today. Both of my, I gave some trades on Schwab. I was on their three stocks, 3 trades show this morning. And of course, I had to try to run my live charts and do that at the same time. That was fun. But both of my children got in trouble at school today. So
nice. I love it.
Yes. Oh, isn't it? Just
who comes too?
So my 6-year-old kicked someone. And my 12-year-old told me last night she didn't have math homework, and she did. And she told her teacher this morning that she couldn't do it because she had cheer practice. And I was like, no, she is lying. So she's upstairs in her room sulking right now because she's had her phone and watch taken away. So You know, it is. It is what it is. They have to test. They have to dip their toes in the water every now and then just to kind of see where the line is, and you know, that's when you have to put the hammer back down and go, "Oh, that was cute."
Well, they just keep.
Clearly,
they
you
just
forgot
testing.
who your parents are.
They just keep testing that line.
They do.
Parents are traders. They're more disciplined than you can imagine.
Oh, exactly. Well, the other thing is that I think's funny about kids is they act like we didn't do the same things as kids and that we don't know what they're doing. I'm like, y'all are really in trouble.
Fair.
Your father
That's
and I
very
did made a lot of bad choices when we were younger.
That comment. Tammy, we have a question here. If you've got any SPX levels you're watching going into tomorrow's job.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, that was something I was going to talk about.
I do
Actually, I
too.
can share
I'm
my
with you.
screen if you want me to.
Please.
Share screen. See if I can pick the right one.
While you're pulling that up,
Yes.
I have like the kind of the ceiling here, 69.85 to 90. Below, I have 69.14. If we trade below 69.14, we could very easily go back and trade Friday's 8:30 session open at 68.33.
So we did have. I like those numbers. Thank you, Gov. We did have some other resistance that we were looking to clear, and we were able to clear that on the way up. But I do have this last area that is the previous swing that we had from the. Let me make sure I have these lows and highs correct. From the low of January 20th to the high of January 28th. It is exactly the same swing that would give us the resistance at 69.93. Let me make sure that that's it before I quote that. But yep, that's it. So symmetrical resistance and symmetrical support are both really two of the most important things I look at. That's the red 100% numbers. It means they're previous swings that have actually happened in the market. Retracements and extensions are important, but symmetry is the most important thing that I look at. So we did not, it was close, but no cigar, like we didn't perfectly hit it, and we don't always make perfect hits. Sometimes we do. And, my husband will joke with me and say 6993, and it was 6993.25. You're not very good at your job, and that happens a lot, but it doesn't always hit perfectly. But you can see that we came into that resistance. Now on ES we have 70.16 to 23. Let's see what we have on NASDAQ. NASDAQ futures, we busted it a tiny bit, but came right up to that level around 25,000. 400 or so, and I have failed. Let's see, what was the exact high? 447. So, yes, I did have futures.
Sorry, you just reminded me because like we were talking about how NQ and ES were doing some different stuff today, and I was looking at like NQ and DX and saying, okay, the NASDAQ looks like it wants to move a little bit higher, but then I looked at SPX this morning and we hit that like 85 area like multiple times, and I looked left on the chart and I was like, man, this is that same, and I think you've got it kind of
yes, a bunch. I mean, we've hit it a lot.
Resistance there. That's why I got out of the longs at one point this morning.
Yes, see that big line right there that we've hit a bunch of times. Exactly, we've hit it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. I mean, that's a lot. And typically when we keep hitting against something like that, we finally break the glass and keep going. But not yet. So what I would look at on SPX is what I really like to look at is if something really wants to keep going. Now this is very simplistic, but I do like to look at the 236 and 382 retracements, and those would be the top two blue ones, and those are at 69.38 and 69.07. Those are the larger, that large swing, because this is a daily chart. This is looking from the low of February 5th to the high of today. But I would, if we fall even further down, these clusters, 68.55 to 59. And then what's underneath that? 68.24 to 31. Now, if we took out that 68.24 to 31, we'd either retest the low from last week of 67.80 or make a lower low. And if I'm talking too fast, please let me know because I'm very guilty of that. Who says Southerners can't talk fast? But yeah, I mean, that's kind of the levels I'm looking at right now. Right? Oh my God. Can't understand anything Cajuns say. I mean, I can, but a lot of people can't. A lot of people can't understand things that a lot of my relatives say. So, and if I had a couple glasses of wine, I fall into that bucket too.
There you go. Tammy, can you look at a chart of Ford and give us some Fibonacci's, any sort of view?
I'm sorry?
Ford Motor Company. Just
yeah,
some tips up on that. Yeah, there was a fellow that had a couple questions on it. I guess
absolutely. Let me pull that up real quick. It takes a second for it to load.
Sure.
But then I'll be able to take a question on it. What is the question? I think I missed it.
That's okay. Let me.
No, Ford's not a big earnings mover to start with. It's not not a big.
Well,
mover,
if they're asking about earnings,
earnings are happening today after the market, so that's the
the problem is with Fibonacci or with any technical analysis, it can be blown with earnings. So really, earnings are a gamble. If you don't know that by now, you need to know that when you are keeping a trade through earnings, it is a gamble. Now, I can tell you this. If the earnings are good and they don't get downgraded and everything looks good, then I can give you targets to look for here where the move could potentially stop tomorrow. And that does help post earnings, where you want to make sure you take your profits. And those would be anywhere from 14 to, probably somewhere up in 16. We could see if we have a third target from that high to low. Yeah, I mean, it's up there. So all these green numbers, and then the black is the third target of a swing. But all these green numbers are places, what I do like about this chart, if it's post earnings and it doesn't do much tomorrow, I actually would consider this for a trade because look, it keeps holding that green is the 50 simple. And every time it comes down, look at that. It just keeps holding it.
Yeah, it's been holding it for months.
I wish I'd have known. If it keeps, I run hundreds of charts and I just haven't looked at this one in a long time. If it can hold that 50 with a Fibonacci setup, that could be very interesting as long as it doesn't already go ahead and take off. One thing I don't do is I don't buy things that are extended. I know a lot of people do. They are momentum traders. When it comes to my options trades, that is. Now, when it comes to futures, I typically don't like to buy things that are too extended either. But if something's got a lot of momentum and I can get a little pullback, of course, I'm interested and it makes sense. But options trades, I like to see things that have good technicals, good fundamentals, and then have a pullback. So the ones I gave today, do you want me to talk about those? The ones I gave today were Micron, NVIDIA, and then I gave a short on it's like QBTS, D-Wave Quantum, I think is what it's called.
QBT? Oh no, D-Wave is the other one. Qubits or
Qubit, yeah. A lot of times I don't even know the name of the company I'm trading. I just like the chart. I'm like, people are like, what are they? I've had this happen to me on Schwab before. Well, what do you think about them? I'm like, I have no idea what they do. I don't know what their fundamentals are. I just like the way the chart looks, and the setup was clear to me. So
we just hit the level in NQ. We did break down finally on SPX there.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what level we were looking at. What I'm looking at on NQ. I mean, the 236 of this swing up is 25,148. Oh, that's NASDAQ. The 236 of this swing up, it looks like we have symmetry too. Ooh, this is interesting. So that is 25,162 to 81. 25,162 to 81.
So what does that mean?
That is a previous swing in the market that's happened. And it's a 236 retracement. So it's symmetry, which is my favorite thing. Then it's the 236 retracement of that low to high. So it's, sorry, my alarm keeps going off. So it's symmetry of that high to low to today's high. And then it's the retracement of this low to high. So that's why my Fibonacci is a little bit more, I mean, it's a little bit more intense, but it's these two swings that make the red line, and then the blue line is from the low to the high of today. That's a nice area there. I would look at all my 30-minute charts too. I mean, Tesla's up against resistance. Amazon's having a nice pullback. Nvidia's pulling back into support. So I could see us having a bounce right around there. But please protect
Long
yourselves.
220.
You know, I mean, we could slice through it like warm butter. Just to be completely transparent. Yeah, my micro trade is still holding. The Qubits trade is working. All of them are the Micron trade is the only one that is holding. The Quantum D, whatever it's called, Wave D, Quantum, whatever it is. It's working because it's a short, and the Nvidia trade is holding. I think we're just trying to decide what we're doing here, right? But yeah, if you go to Schwab Network, you should be able to find the video from today, and I give all the trades. I give the Thinkorswim trades.
Well, absent from the unemployment number in the morning, simply the fact that we're kind of closing like we are definitely suggests for us to be able to go back to the Monday low a day. Well, actually, excuse me. I mean, the Monday 6,900 area in the SPX, and that's kind of halfway through. No, that's actually that is the low of the day. Monday's lows, SPX. I think, and that's that low volume area I was talking about. I think we need to go and kind of auction fill in there.
I stopped sharing, by the way.
And that lines up with the NDX right around 24,886. That's what I'm looking for.
Time is it? Ooh.
So people in the audience, you want to know what trading is like? Dan suggested to it about 20 minutes ago. This is actually what true trading is. You're
sitting and waiting.
Sitting, waiting. You've done your homework. You have your levels. You're waiting for the market to come to your levels, and you let it do what it's going to do. You get involved. You're just interfering. You're fodder, and you're fodder, and you're also what's known as a neophyte. You're a rookie. You're just in there, and you're feeding the market what it wants. That's how it thrives. It thrives on people that don't have a plan, and they jump in the middle of trades.
Absolutely. The less you trade, the more you will make.
Yes. I actually calculate from last week. Typically, my normal weeks are I make 7-8 trades a week. Last week, I had 32.
You know, I was on that cruise ship last week for Elliott Wave Trader, where I spoke on a cruise ship. And I did not trade at all while I was on the cruise ship. And yeah, I kept hearing how I was missing some great trades. But then I also heard that there's some people that I know that, you know, blew some accounts. There are some young traders that I know, and I felt bad for them because it was such a great trading week for so many people that I knew that were veteran traders. But then there's some younger people that that I know from some community, you know, different communities that I'm in, and they didn't have such a great week. So it's the thing is, though, is this is part of the process. It's part of the process. Unless you're able to find yourself a good mentor in a good room you're in, and you're able to learn, give the market your time instead of your money. So. Patience is key for sure. Yeah, I'm not interested in this at all right now.
Somebody was asking about Master, Tammy.
You know what? I almost shorted Master as one of my stocks for Schwab. Let me see if I still have that chart package. But when I looked at it, to me, it's already so in the hole that I didn't want to short it. So I was like, let me find something else to short. Because what I like to give them sometimes is 2 bullish trades and a bearish trade, just so that people can stay hedged. But it is so in the hole right now. But I tell you, I don't have a whole lot to say about it when it comes to being bullish. I could look at a monthly chart and tell you what I think. But on a daily chart, I don't have anything but shorting opportunities, which I have a short anywhere from 141 to about 65. That includes the 50 SMA.
I got out break even on that trade that I tried. It's probably gonna pop
it
now,
is
but
very
I got out.
interesting on a monthly. Let me tell you that, because there's I don't know if many of you have heard of Mark Minervini before. He's an awesome trader. It's been around for a long time. He writes some really good books. He has a book called oh geez, I just blanked out. Mindset Secrets for Winning. And anyway, it's just a really good book for anyone to read. I've had my daughters listen to some of it, but I mean, it's not just for traders, it's for athletes, it's for anybody. But he says a lot of strong stocks will pull back either 50% or 80% and still be strong stocks. And on a monthly chart, MSTR, MicroStrategies, is pulling back to the 80% right now. So I think that is very interesting, to be honest with you. I think that's extremely interesting, which is one reason why when I looked at the daily, I was like, I'm not interested in shorting this anymore. This has been going down way too long. And this can happen with any strong stock and it still be a good buy. So I actually like it here. I think it looks really interesting. It also looks like it's extended. Yep. So let me show you what I'm seeing real quick. Share screen. Okay, so what I'm seeing is if I go back, if I take my Fibonacci tool from a low, let me show you what low I'm taking it from, the low of the 31st of May of 2022. Go from that low to that high of the 30th of November 2024. And when I draw that, okay, from that low to that high, that gives me that 786 retracement right there. That's right around 126. Then what I'm also looking for is the extension from that low to high. And we're very extended to the downside. That's kind of close to where we're bouncing from. I can't tell which low is lower, but anyway, right around that 92 area. So I actually think it's interesting for the bulls right here. I might look at that myself just because I can define my risk around that 100 area. What is it down to right now? Yeah, I like it, especially that nice round number. Let's look at what the MMAs look like on it.
We do have Hood, Net, and A-Lab earnings that are going to come out here in just a minute as well. I'll just call those out for everyone, not to cut anybody off.
No.
But and the whole thing, like Restream just started glitching. It was like throwing my screen back and then took me off, and now it threw it back. Yeah, it's all over the place. I have a new laptop or new MacBook that I'm picking up next week, so get some more RAM on this computer. I'm excited to see what Hood does here.
I do want to get a new Falcon. I just don't really want to spend the money right now, but I do want to get a new Falcon. Does anybody else use Falcon trading computers?
That's what I have.
Who is that?
Me.
Who's me?
Look at your screen, Tammy.
At the very top. Okay. Sorry.
Yes, I use Falcon.
That's awesome.
It was expensive, but it was worth it.
Oh, it's amazing. I don't even want to tell you how long I've had mine. Because I don't want it to hear. I don't want it to hear how old it is.
2023, 22.
I've had mine since 2019. And if I've had a couple of like things happen, I just call them. And then he gets on my
Yeah, they're
computer
great.
and he cleans it up and he's like, "You're good to go." And I'm like, "Do I need a new computer yet?" He's like, "Nope, you're doing great." And I'm like, "All right."
Yeah, Travis asked best laptop for trade. I mean, I don't know but what we're talking about is Falcon trading computers or Falcon trading systems.
I thought you were talking about your private jet.
That's the
Right.
desktop that I have. I can run up to, I believe mine can do up to 6 monitors, but it's just incredibly fast and has unbelievable graphics processing. It's like a souped up gaming computer just because you're running so many screens and you're running charts that are updating
Yes.
on every tick, so you need a lot of processing power if you're trading, and I run my automated stuff off of it also.
Yes,
so.
I'm running so much on mine that when I'm traveling and I have my laptop, I sometimes think it's gonna like catch on fire because it's like
Robinhood.
Okay, what happened?
66 cents,
Yeah, I have
63 cents. That was the estimate. So a slight beat there. I haven't seen the revenues, but reactions down. Let me see what the rest says here. Robinhood 1.28 billion versus estimate 1.34 billion. So they missed on revenue. Q4 transaction 15% up 15% year over year, 776 million. Net deposits were 15.9 billion. EPS beat. Gold subscribers up 58% year over year to 4.2 million. Operating expenses total platform assets up 68% year over year to 324 billion. So good growth, but a miss on revenue for Robinhood.
That might recover.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see it bought.
I mean that growth is good. I don't know what that thing's valued at. It's probably way overvalued, but that's still really good growth.
I was trading at a 44p before this.
I mean, 44 isn't
It's not crazy for a growth company. Price sells is only 18.
There was a time when NVIDIA, we were on one of these calls, and NVIDIA was in the 250 plus range. So
Palantir's at like 400 something, isn't it? 500.
Yeah, and all of these their multiples are like that usually for a reason, is that their compounded growth is just incredible. So I wouldn't be shocked if Robinhood recovers.
And a lot of revenue, like a lot of people thought their revenue would be bad just because the crypto. So people will see like crypto's been just murdered. So like they haven't had as much crypto interest and revenues off of crypto lately. So you look at that, you could probably say, okay, it's not as bad as feared. People probably buy the dip. That would be my line of thinking here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking my own book a little bit. I own Robinhood from
$12. I got
39.60.
Okay, nice. I got in the second time at like 37, I think.
Looks like I have a bunch of ads here. I've added in the low 30s, it looks like. And then all the way up to my last ad was at 50, $49.99.
Honestly, this 2x leverage.
March 3rd of 2025.
This 2x leverage HOOG might not be.
And then I added more on the 4th of 2025 at 42.
Let's see. Net was supposed to come out next. And I think Sterilabs, A-Lab's the other one today. Yeah, A-Lab. Ford did report in there. I know somebody was watching for Ford. Ford a little bit moved down. It's not a big earnings mover historically.
It's because it's got a 900 billion share float.
Yeah, Ford is to me, Ford is just a $12 stock. If it's above 12, it goes back to 12. If it's below 12, it goes back to 12.
Yeah, it goes to 13, goes to 11.
Yeah, but if you see it at 15, get out of it. If you see it under 10, buy it.
Yeah. That's sort of how I've been playing Rivian. Rivian, I've been buying around 11, 12 every time it gets there, selling at 17, 18.
Look, Ford's basically traded at this, look at this, point of control is 12 for the last
on the
years.
monthly.
This is a monthly chart. I mean, look. And your midpoint of all this, yeah, it's a $12 stock going back 30 plus years, 35 years. Go back here to the year I was born, and your point of control is just right here. But it pays a good dividend from, I think a lot of people are in it for the dividend. It has been on a nice run this year. I mean, obviously the tariffs scared a lot of people, but then just the push of the administration, I guess. Who else is reporting? Is Lyft reporting today?
I heard they were.
I didn't hear the numbers, I don't think. Oh, Lyft down. Oof. Good God.
It wasn't a Lyft.
I own Uber.
Like if I'm gonna Lyft adds 1 billion stock buyback, I see. I don't see the numbers on Lyft. If anybody's got the numbers on Lyft, just drop them in the chat because I'm looking at some other ones. If I'm going to own something in that space, it's going to be Uber. Mattel had a miss.
Agree.
I'm waiting. This Cloudflare is really, that one's really interesting to me. And the daily chart looked really good coming into this report.
I like that stock.
I think this one. I mean, you see how bad software's gotten punished, and this one's not down near as bad as some of the other ones. And every time I go to a website, like it's like, you know, Cloudflare. Are you a
Quiet, Kingsley? Oh, sorry.
Kingsley?
Sorry.
You better hold it down over there.
Oh no, it's not.
Knock it off.
Get in here.
I just want to say it's awfully a coincidence that Smooth disappeared right when the halftime whistle blew of that Man United game. Just interesting coincidence, huh?
I actually got to get going here in just a moment.
Yeah, I need to get going. I've got another meeting at 4:30, and I've got to talk to my daughter, talk some sense back into her before that.
I'm just waiting on these last two earnings. We'll probably shut it down for the day. I appreciate you guys coming on.
Thank you for having me again.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone in the chat, make sure you follow. Let me just pull it up here on the screen.
Oh, I'm at Trader Tammy 1. Oh, and don't forget, I have a free newsletter now that comes out every morning at like 7:30, between 7:30 8 a.m. And it is ES, NQ, GC, and CL. So it's those 4 futures charts. It's free. They're daily charts, and I give you the levels. So it's at FibonacciPrincess.com is where you sign up for it. There's a button that says click here. It's not difficult to find. But yeah.
Are you still fasting?
Actually, it's funny that you say that because I am fasting today because I literally gained like 6 pounds of inflammation on that cruise because I ate things that I don't normally eat.
All right, with that note, I'm checking out. All
right, Gov.
All right, we'll
appreciate you, sir.
Bye, y'all.
Right.
I'm out.
Bye, Tammy. Yeah, make sure you guys follow Tammy, follow Gov as well. I'll pull him up here on the screen real fast. Gov Trade. I thought I clicked. There it is. There's Gov right there. GOV Trade. And then I'll pull up NARA, but right here you should also follow this one. Clear Edge Trades, Clear Edge Automation.
Yeah, follow that one.
Is this actually your dog? I've
Yes.
never asked that question, but I assumed it was. I remember when I used to only see you on Spaces, I never saw your profile. I only saw this. I thought it was just like an ironic picture. But then one day I went to your profile, I saw this back in the background. I was like, oh, that's definitely got to be his dog.
Yeah, he was like I don't know, 12 weeks old at the time of that one. He had way too much skin, so he ran. His eyes bulged out.
Nara, anything with Clear Edge going on right now? The promo stuff still happening?
Yeah, I mean, we still have a 7-day free trial for anybody who wants to try. We have a huge update, hopefully this week, where we will have now integrated TradingView charts into the software. So you can check your alerts and you can click on the TradingView chart and look at the chart of the strategy that you're running, etc. And we have an update too that essentially the software will know if you're in a trade or if you're flat. So one of the big issues that can happen with automation is say you start it in your strategy, you start your software and your strategies in the middle of a trade, right? And then you don't notice it and you don't pay attention. And then the exit of that trade will actually put you in the reverse position. So you're sort of flipped around backwards. This new update will protect you from that. So it will know when you're in a trade, it will know what a flatten is versus an opening trade. So it will protect you where you can turn your software on and you can rest assured that you're not going to be put into a backwards trade. So those are some pretty cool ones. We got some cool UI updates.
There goes Net.
That coming out with that too. So, and also the biggest one is the remote control. You'll now be able to control it remotely.
That was one of the features I asked about, like, first when you were first telling me about it, like before we really got on here showing everyone else so in the world. I was like, what about a like remote control feature? And I knew you guys said you were going to work on it.
Play. Yeah, this update hopefully by the end of this week, as long as the remainder of our testing goes well, all of that stuff will be going into effect in this next update. So it's a big update, probably our biggest update since we've launched, but it's got the most sort of big features. Definitely the remote control is huge for people so that they can control it. No matter where they are, they can turn their stuff off and on. And then having the integrated charts. I mean, the integrated charts is really neat, where you just connect your trading view layout to whatever to the strategy you're running. So you can see, hey, I just heard order filled, then you can just click on it and it will bring you right to that chart. Nice. So you can see what's going on. So.
Net back to $200 trading up here. Let me go to the 4-hour chart. Huge reaction on Net. Net G, the 2x leverage from our friends at Leverage Shares, up 23% here. You can see that hitting 200, and if I go back to the daily chart, you can see that's back to over the 200-day and that 50-day on Net. And you heard Dan say he liked the company. I like the company. I liked kind of how the chart was trying to bottom out, the way it pushed back off yesterday or today, and solid numbers on Net.
Can be a jumpy stock. That stock can jump around.
It can, and I'm seeing
a really wide range.
I'm seeing the guidance. They may have lowered guidance just a little bit, so have to be careful on that if you're chasing it here. They raised sales guidance, but the EPS guidance is down just slightly. Earnings 23, adjusted 23 cents versus 25. That's for Q1. Hold on, where's the actual? There it is. 28 beat 27. 614 million revenue beat 591. So double beat on the bottom lines. The guidance isn't the strongest though. So to dig in a little bit further to Net there, I appreciate you, Nara. I still want to call you Nara. Like I always pause Dan. It just throws me off.
That's all right.
It's like people still call me M.
The origin of Nara is my business name, but so people definitely still call me that. So no biggie.
Yep. Well, I think it's a good spot to end the stream today. Hopefully everybody stayed out of trouble today. Sounds like the automation had a slight green day, so beat the market. We get it like that. Yeah. I know a lot of manual traders that didn't do well today. You have to pay attention to the bear context, and I think you guys lined that out very well earlier in the call. That was kind of the same thought process I was saying yesterday going into today too.
Yeah.
Amazon's 13F filing just came out.
And someone asked about Clarigen spec share. I'm not sure what you mean inspects the trade, to be honest. But what it does is with our latest update, it'll know if it's an opening or a closing order. So essentially, if you turn your software on, but the strategy you're running is like in the middle of a trade, how it is right now and how a lot of automation stuff is that when that trade exits and you don't notice, it'll take the reverse position. It doesn't differentiate between an opening order and a closing order. It just does buy or sell, right? Long, short. Now our software will know the difference between an opening order and a closing order. So if you're sending a closing order, right, it's not going to put you in, if you're in a long, right, and or you're flat, but the strategy's in a long, and it goes to close that position, either stops out or takes profit. Instead of sending a sell order, it's going to send a close order. So that's important because it's not going to get you in a reverse direction trade. So.
BBNX is the company that Amazon bought as a new investment, not like a not like they bought them out, but like an investment. All right, guys.
And if you have any questions, Nick, on ClearEdge, feel free to shoot me a message at either at the ClearEdge account or you can go right to our website and open a help desk ticket. We do offer one-on-one setup and support. So, any new users, you don't have to worry about getting set up. We will do it one-on-one with you to make sure that you get it going and working properly. So clearedge.trading is our website. We have a 7-day free trial, and you can use the code first 25 will get you 25 off your first month, or you could use the code WOLF. Actually, WOLF works just fine, and that's 25 off your first month. So
there you go.
Have a great rest of your day, guys.
All right, Dan. All right, everybody. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Tomorrow morning, I think I'm not going to be able to go live at the market open. There's a event at my son's school, both my sons' school, that I'm going to go to in the morning. So I'm going to do some dad duty in the morning, and then I'll be back and trade. We'll see. I'll be up and watching the NFP stuff, and we'll see kind of what happens, what tomorrow sets up as. And once I get back, I'll kind of tune in and we'll get live on here and we'll see what's going on. But don't be dumb trying to trade data in the morning. That would be my parting wisdom for you today.
Yeah, definitely don't do that.
Just don't do it.
Just wait.
Let it establish a range, right? It'll establish some type of range. It'll have some levels to go off of, and then let it calm down and start to pick. It usually likes to trend on those NFP days. Usually likes to trend one direction or the other.
Yeah.
So let the trend set. First hour and a half of the market, and then go. West Ham just scored. Lee is.
Oh no.
Lee's punching a wall right now at his house. All right. Appreciate everyone. Make sure you subscribe, like the stream, subscribe to the channel. We're live pretty much all day, every day. Tomorrow's the exception because I've got something coming up in the morning. But outside of that, and then go check out ClearEdge, automated trade. Go play around at golf, make some money, and see if you hate it.
I had to go somewhere today. I came back and I left. I was down $700, and I came back and I was up $17. So that's a nice little swing when I was doing something else. So.